Bum, 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 bum. Oh, shit. You guys, I was jacked. Oh, no. Hang on one sec, guys. Oh, no. Sorry. Good morning. Shiloh just jacked my one and only letter. Wait, it might not be my one and only. Oh, ho, ho. Good morning. Sorry. Good morning. Shiloh, like, the reason I'm a few minutes late is Shiloh threw out his back this morning, just like moments ago. We were sitting here and he coughed and it was like back just got thrown out. It's horrible. Horrible. So close. So I was helping him get acclimated, putting some biofreeze on it. Yeah, I was so tired. I wasn't like sick. I was just really tired. I was very fucking tired. We have had like non-stop events and like people and like just so much going on, and so I just decided to not do a damn thing yesterday. We went swimming for a little bit, but other than that, yeah, I just laid in bed. I relaxed. It was nice. So close. Honesty is always the best policy, obviously. But I feel like this is about being honest with the people around you. There's something about like hesitation, like you're afraid to say what you really need to say because you don't want to make the wrong move. I'm doing so good, Austin. Iris, you're so sweet. I'm glad I took time too. I'm so glad. Fruity Friends for, was that Kimber? Was that Kimber? It's going down. I always get the same cards. I got the Friday. Damn, they be pushing you. They be pushing you. All right, Kimber. What's going down with Kimberly? What's going on with Kim? Sounds like all of us. What? Okay, this is crazy. I feel like, okay, how do I say this? You've been doing what you need to do, but you haven't been necessarily self-loving on yourself enough. Now, I don't mean the basics. I mean, like, putting you ahead of everybody and everything else. Putting your needs first. I feel like we're still kind of waffling around that energy. However, your confidence is growing. You're gaining, traction here. I feel like the path forward, you haven't taken it quite yet, but you're prioritizing your happiness. And because of that, wish fulfillment's coming in. And the ending that you're looking for is, it's very soon. It's very close. The ending is near. But I feel like it's exactly what you want. So close for the mini. Yes, you are, girlfriend. We love. So close. What do we need to hear? What's going on in and around Sarclos? Very, very close. We're so close. We're so close. Okay, just calm it. Calm it down. Oh my God, this looks crazy. Okay, you're trying to be strong, even though you don't emotionally feel super rock solid right now. We're feeling a little cray-cray, but we're trying to be strong. We're not, and honestly, it's just because you're worried that you're not going to be everything that you need to be. And they're saying, but you are. This is a rebirth energy. Don't forget how powerful you are. I feel like sometimes we forget how strong we are and we let people in and allow us to be torn down. And they're saying, don't forget how strong you are. You're going through a huge rebirth moment. The passion and inspiration that you're looking for that connection is coming in. I feel like this is a happy, more stable, domestic life. I feel like you're getting what you want. It's been a weekend, girl, I guess. But you're staying strong and you're going to get what you want because of it. Look at you. Whitney, what do you need to hear, Whitney? Lori, thanks so much for the roses. How you doing? How you doing? You're in a state. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Fair enough. Security is what they're telling you right now, that you're actually very stable and very secure, and they need you to see that. They need you to acknowledge that. The amount of stability that you've created in your world. Pay attention. Check out my latest video when you get a chance. Oh, what is it? Did Ron like our combo last night for Lori? Ms. Lori, did he like it? Moonstar, what's up? I got the 2 of Cups. I think he more than liked it, girl. I think he loved it. Dude, look at us go. We're already at 5K. At 10K likes, you guys, we're going to do our Zodiac Collective as per usual. See what's going on with everyone. Star, will I get a new job by September? I got the Tower in reverse. I think you're rebuilding in a positive way. That's going to allow you to get that job, girl. Berta. Berta, Berta, Berta. Berta, what do we need to hear? A mini reading? You can do one of the ones that I already did. It's one of those fruity friends. Otherwise, all the readings are listed as they are for payment readings. Contentment, Berta. This is about being satisfied with where you're at in life, you know? Like, yeah, there might be still things we want, still things we're going for, but overall to be happy with where you're at. Happy with where the cookie crumbled in this moment, in this present moment in time. Kim, we got irritation. We're a little irritated with some things that are going on, but honestly, I feel like they're saying you're in your power, whatever the irritations are. They're minor, and you can deal with them. You can navigate around them well, is what I'm hearing. You have the clear sight, you know, to do what you need to do. I'm doing payroll. I'm sort of here. Michelle, what's up with you, girl? Loyalty. Honestly, this is making sure that you're being loyal to the people around you and paying attention to the people around you and making sure they're being loyal to you. If you're not investing in the relationships for the right reasons, they probably are not either. Really pay attention to the loyalty in your orbit. Iris, what do I do? I got rebirth. We're going through a huge transformation, and honestly, this feels very collective. It feels like a lot of people are going through this like wild shift. You're welcome, Michelle. And I feel like you're definitely one of them. You're transforming your life into what you want it to be. And because of that, you're going to be much happier. We like that. We like that a lot. Jessica, I got contentment too for you. I feel like it's just about being okay with where you are. Yeah, it's not perfect. Yeah, everything isn't right. But there are a lot of things that are right. And we need to figure out a way to enjoy that. We need to figure out a way to be happy with where we are in the world. You know, our place in it. Kristen. Oh my God, I swear to... I'm going to shuffle it because I didn't shuffle this time. But I got contentment again. We got contentment again, Kristen. Everybody needs to be happy with where they're at. There's a lot of beauty in the world. And they're just asking you to appreciate where you find your, you know, your little corner of it. Gratitude is the other card I pulled for you, Kristen. I just feel like it's time to show that gratitude. Be appreciative of where it is that we find ourselves, you know? All the little blessings. All the little blessings. I have that problem, though. I'm the bitch that, like, if one thing goes wrong, it's all wrong. And so, like, I get it. I often have to be like, show your gratitude, Ashley. What can we appreciate here? You know, like, we got to do it. We got to do it because that shit's miserable otherwise. Don't work if you're not feeling good. You got to get in and out of that car and run around everywhere. Babe, we already got a lot going on, too. Should he be working? I don't know. Come flip your coin, Adoin. Oh, sorry. I was very thirsty. What? I know. I'm seeing you, like, squirming around. I'm like, yeah. Put that ice pack on. Is that BioFreeze helping at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? Okay. This poor guy. I mean, if you're feeling up to it, you can always come work with me after. After I do the collective. You can come hang out and then you can get your work fix. We're already at 10K. Holy shit. Look at you guys go. It's 9/11. Ah! I want to read that. Will Michael continue talking to me since Steven made an ass of himself? Oh my gosh. Yes, I think he will. I think he will. We would love him to join. See, Kim's already like, come on in. He's stretching right now. He'll probably join me as soon as I get done with collective. All right, guys, we are in collective energy. Let's go. We have, I'm going to use this deck, though. Did I already? Nope, it's right here. I was missing a card from it, which is why I stopped using it, but I found the card, you guys. Okay. Earth, fire, air, water. You voted out. When I look back, what I see is what we'll do. Okay, get in there. Thank you. Thank you. Hassel, you look sad.
He always looks a little sad.
Right now, he really does. He's like, what? It is hot as Satan's ass crack outside, by the way, guys. It is literally out of nowhere, like 100 degrees where I'm at. Oh my god, it's air, and it's muggy as hell.
And we had a huge cold front right before.
I know. It was freezing. It was freezing to where we had to put sweaters on and stuff, you know? Almost had to turn the heat on. I'm just kidding. It wasn't quite that cold, but it was crazy. And then now it's like literally so hot, you feel like you're suffocating. It's hot in Hudson too. Yeah, you're not far from me. You get it. Hot as hell. All right, what do we need to hear in and around? I just couldn't believe it. Normally in the mornings I'm a little like burr, but no. It was very hot this morning. Oh my god, air. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's a path forward. With a connection, more than most likely, for some, take it as it resonates, but for some of you, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, there's a path forward that you want, but it's not available for some reason or another, and I feel like this is a connection with somebody else. I feel like you might be getting in the way of a connection with somebody else because you're being reluctant, resistant. Something's happening there. Something's happening there. Okay, let's see. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on with you guys. So if there's a love situation with you, that was for you. Bum, bum, ba, bum. Bum, bum, ba, bum. Okay. Lots going on. I feel like we're trying to be patient and understanding in our world right now, trying to create something stable and secure, really show it the emotional support that it needs to grow into what it needs to be. And I feel like you're doing this in a very freeing way. And you've been sticking to your plan, and I feel like you're on course. You're doing exactly what you need to do, air signs. There is this odd energy, though, that something might happen to you or come into your world, and whatever it is for each and every one of you, it's a reflection of how you're not choosing you, how you're not putting yourself first, where you're neglecting to show the love is kind of what they're saying. I feel like it's going to give you some new perspective and help you move forward in even a more authentic way. Because it's like you figured out all these pieces to the puzzle, air sign, and you're really trudging forward, but you're wondering what's holding you back. There's one little piece that's holding you back, and it's just honestly prioritizing yourself. It's just honestly putting yourself at the front, you know? I mean, you always think and care about what everybody else is telling you and feeling and thinking, and like they're saying, care about what you think and feel. Care about what you think and feel. Morning, Ginger. All right, what do we need to hear in and around? Bum, bum, bum. Gemini. Gemini, what is going on with you? We're trusting our guides. Wow, look at you. Okay, we're trusting our gut. We're trusting our guides, the signs, the synchronicities, whatever is leading us down the path right now, and we're standing in our power. I feel like you're confidently making like movement here. You're confidently making like paths towards what you want for the bigger goal. I feel like this could have to do with other people. Like you might be collecting with, oh my God, gathering with your collective, like finding your community of people, finding your soul tribe, you know. I feel like you might be doing a lot of things to like kind of connect with people in that way. I feel like this is a gift, honestly, Gemini. And not only that, but this is your territory. Gemini's all about relationships and people. So like, I really feel like you might be getting back out there. I feel like you're a little emotionally cautious, as you always are, Gemini. But I feel like ultimately you're going to feel really valued, really on a pedestal. I feel like whatever like kind of social gathering or setting you're getting yourself into here, Gemini, is really going to put you on cloud nine. It's really going to make you feel confident and in your power. Good morning, Priscilla. It feels good, Gemini. It feels nice. It feels nice, like a return to center stage. All right, always cautious. All right, what do we need to hear in and around Libra? Libra. I feel like there's some hesitation, Libra, with something. And they're saying, like, what is really stopping you? Why are we hesitating? I feel like it's just fear. And not even necessarily logical fear, but we got to stop letting it hold us back, okay? I feel like we're doing our best to get out of a difficult situation. You know, our past, our trauma, our baggage. We're trying to move forward beyond it, you know? We're trying to let go of the drama once and for all. But there's this piece of you that, like, it feels very stoic, Libra. Like you're holding all this baggage and this burdens and stuff, and you're doing it secretly, even from yourself, is what I'm hearing. It's almost like you're painting on a good face when it's not always so good. And they're saying, like, by doing this, sometimes we get so far away from the root of what is even bothering us that we forget that it's even bothering us. But subconsciously, they have not forgotten, right? So it's still impacting your life, Libra. And they're saying, you need to go out and you need to find things that make you happy right now. I feel like this old life they've been begging you to put to bed for a long time, and they're saying it's time for this rebirth once and for all. It's time to find your happiness. And it's time to stop dragging your feet on the situation and pick up speed. Okay, has anybody seen that that weather anomaly over Mexico on the weather radar? Did anybody see that? That geometrical shape? Anybody that come across anyone's FFP? But anyways, this fucking sun card looks exactly like it. And when the videos, you know, as I look into it or whatever, I saw that it resembled the Hadron. I can't speak today. Hadron Collider. Which basically reinforces the God particle. And you know, this is the cause between the Mandela effect and timeline shifts and blah, 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 blah. And it's funny because it's right next to the death card. So I feel like, for whatever reason, that's sticking out in my mind when I'm seeing this card right now, Libra. And I feel like a portal of sorts has opened up for you. And it's your job to walk through that with haste. Move quickly towards this new opportunity, okay? You've been in this rut for a long time and you've been trying to walk away from it and, you know, like focus on the positive and yada, yada, yada. And they're saying, this is an opportunity that you cannot waste and you must go towards. There's going to be some new beginning that's here, Libra. And they're saying, do not waste it. Do not waste this opportunity. Okay, anyways. Aquarius, what do we need to hear in and around Aquarius? I feel very tense, like instantly tense. Like, so, Aquarius, what's going on with you? 9 and 10 of Wands. I feel like something passionately is like rising in you. I feel like it maybe started subtle, but it does not feel subtle anymore. It does not feel so subtle anymore. Thank you so much for tapping the screen, you guys. I see you over there. Okay, Aquarius, we're holding on to something. We're holding on to something. And I feel like our hopes of holding on to this thing is our hopes of stability. It's like we're hoping that this is somehow going to fix everything. And they're saying, actually, by holding on to it, it's keeping you in a position to where you're just continuously feeling foolish and out of control, like it's not within your hands, Aquarius. You're exactly where you need to be. However, endings need to occur in your life. And this isn't something that can just happen. It's almost like you need to learn the lesson and choose to end this. You know, it needs to be a choice to walk away from your past, to walk away from your fears. But I feel like you sit here and you still drag your feet, Aquarius. You don't speak your truth. You're afraid your truth cannot be heard. You're afraid your truth cannot be handled. And as long as you continue to be in this mind state, you're going to hold yourself back and you're going to continue to feel, you know, like insecure and foolish and overburdened and stressed. It's time to, once and for all, Aquarius, put this behind you. I feel like we have far too long played victim to our fears, and we need to get into a position to where we feel more in control, okay? Okay. And in order to feel in control, you must assert your control by, you know, saying and doing things with yourself. You're only in control of yourself. So if you want to feel in control, you must feel in control of yourself. Okay. Okay. Hang on one second. Oh my God. I'm feeling so parched over here. Air's thirsty. Hydrate, you guys. All right. Single, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you want to know what your love life entails, here's what I got for you. We are standing in our power of strength, and something you thought was over is not over. It's likely you might know this person, or you might have already dealt with said person. This might not be a new thing, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you're going to communicate what's really going on and let go of the insecurities of looking like an asshat. It's almost like I feel like you walked away from this situation because you were feeling insecure about your position in it. And I feel like you're going to finally kind of come to some new conclusions. You realize that you got a little out of control of your emotions, hence is why you walked away. So I feel like there's going to be some mending of bridges going on with your signs. Take it if it resonates. All right, what do we need to hear in and around Taken, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius? What must we need to know? Ooh, I got the Star, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Princess of Wands in reverse. What the fuck is happening here? Okay, we're feeling on cloud 9. Everything's great. We have our wish fulfillment. This is beautiful. You know, they're your yang to your yang. Like, you just feel it, right? But there's going to be some kind of drama or conflict that's going to come in unexpectedly. And it's going to kill your confidence in the situation, in the relationship, okay? And I feel like it's going to make you feel, of course, like, oh my God, this is not supposed to be happening or occurring. But here yet we are. And nothing ever happens for you to you for no reason. So ask, why is this occurring? You know, we know why it's occurring and maybe in your partner's life, but why the fuck is it occurring in your life, right? What did you do to bring this in? And I feel like it's just this energy of we're lacking passion, and it's because we're being a stubborn mofo. But as soon as we kind of see this from the other side, change our perspective and look at it from all avenues, you're gonna feel like maybe we were a little overreactive. Morning, Sally. But yeah, maybe just a little overreactive. Honestly, this feels like everything's fine. It's just something's going to get the better of you, play on your insecurities, and make you feel like you lost something. For some of you, this could be very minor, you know, like they didn't give you a kiss goodbye. For others of you, it could be very big, you know, you saw some text messages or something. You know, I take it as it resonates, but there's something coming. And I feel like it's going to impede upon your insecurities, more passion, more energy. Don't get me started. I can't help it. It's so much fun to do that. Has any of you done it? Because you should do it. It's fun to say. All right. We got Earth, Fire, and Water left. Vote it out. I'm going to vape over here because they'll fucking censor me if I do it on here. Dude, today is so busy. I would totally go swimming today, too, because it's such a day for it. But it is crapola out. I mean, it's beautiful out. That's not what I meant. I can't speak today. It's wild. Anyways, I got crappy busyness going on. That's what I meant. Earth. Oh, my God. Okay. Crapola out. It's beautiful out. It's just very hot. Anyways. We have parent-teacher conferences today, like in the middle of the day. And they're an hour away, of course. So we're going to be spending our time in the car and in the school today on this beautiful, hot-ass day. Motherfucker. What do you do? I don't know. Drive around in the car, I guess. All right. Taurus, Virgo, Cap. What do I need to hear? What do we need to hear? What must we need to know? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Something about a candle. Earth signs, light a candle for your ancestors. I don't know. Give like an offering candle. You know what I mean? Not for you. This is not a spell for you. This is a spell, not even a spell necessarily, just like a candle in gratitude to your spiritual elders. I don't know. It's just coming in very clear for me right now. Light a fucking candle and say thank you, universe, or whatever. You know, that's just basically what you're saying. Okay, great. Taurus, Virgo, Cap. What do we need to hear in and around you? Tracy, thank you so much for the heart poof. Good morning, babe. How you doing? I hope today finds you well. Okay, Earth signs. There's been some drama, but you rose above it. Look at you. I feel like there's been, things, but we took the high road. We are embracing this transformation to the fullest, and we are walking away from anything that does not pick our asses up. And because of that, a beautiful path is opening up. Just like that. You will have some tough choices to make with this, and the toughest of choices is just you're going to have to be out there. Normally you're in the protection of blank. No, you're going to have to be out there in a way that is going to make you slightly uncomfortable, and like I said, you're going to have some tough choices to make, but like ultimately they're saying you asked for this path, you kind of wanted this situation. Yeah, that's the truth. And you wanted to get to where you were going. It's like you asked for deeper understanding or something, and they're like, here you go, you got it, now what are you going to do with it, This, honestly though, as much as that sounds kind of crazy, it honestly feels really good. It feels like very enlightening. Okay, Earth Signs, you're ready to like see the truth for exactly what it is, and because you can be more real with, your circumstances, I feel like the universe is going to provide you with some real nice ass stuff. So I feel like you chose this path deliberately. Understand, not everything worth having is easily earned, okay? All right. Aquarius was about speaking your truth, about no more holding back. I remember that because I felt very passionately about, God damn it, Aquarius. Just do it. Speak it, be you, boo. Stop being afraid. Okay, anyways. Taurus, what do we need to hear? Taurus, what's going on with you? Okay. Get ready to receive. I feel like you're receiving all this beautiful energy right now. Confirmation, Taurus. And it's creating a foundation for you, something you can really rely on. I feel like they're saying don't care about other people's insecurities or feelings on it, because it just doesn't matter. And I honestly feel like most of you Tauruses have done exactly that. You're letting it go. You're letting it go. No thank you. No thank you. I feel like this is putting you into a position where you're more deeply connected with yourself. You're more in balance with yourself, which is putting you in a position to where you're able to kind of go forth in the way that you want to. Honestly, I don't feel like you have any specific plans right now, Taurus. I feel like it's more like go with the flow kind of energy. And this is really putting you in your power. I feel like the fact that you're not getting all bent out of shape with like where you're going is really helping you amplify. You know what I mean? It's really putting you in the energy of what needs to happen rather than what you think should happen. Ooh. Seven of Cups, learning deeper emotional lessons. It just sounds really good, Taurus. Sounds really good. All right, what do we need to hear in and around Virgo? Virgo, what must we need to know? Something about movement, get out there, do things. But it's like my least favorite thing to hear. Virgos, we like the hermit, and they're like, get out. And we're like, no. But yeah, that's definitely what it's saying. There's something, Virgo, that is making you feel a lack of inspiration right now. Questioning your stability and your security and making you feel a little emotionally imbalanced within yourself. I feel like they're saying your ships have come in, but it was sort of like an illusion. You looked out, you thought it was a desert, but when you got closer, you realized it was, golden water reflected from the sun. I feel like it's an illusion. As the next card says, literally illusion on the bottom of it. It's an illusion. I feel like there's a deeper emotional lesson here that you need to learn, and I feel like until you see it, you'll kind of be struggling with it. I feel like they're saying you're trying to solve problems to problems that don't exist. Does that make sense? It's sort of like you're trying to figure out how to pay a bill that's late, but you have no late bills. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So basically, many of us, we've struggled a lot in our lives. So like, it's hard to see when there's no place to struggle. It's hard to see it. Okay. Capricorn, what must we need to know? Start close. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you for all my moderators. You guys are spectacular. And I see you guys tapping away up there. 21,000 likes. You guys are amazing. Oh, Capricorn. Crazy. Okay, you manifested something wild into your world. but you're kind of going slow about it. You're isolating. It's like, you know what you want, you know what you need to do, but you're like, and I feel like it's all ultimately because there's some drama attached to this, and you might be like kind of avoiding it, or you know, like I don't wanna, or we're trying to like make the impact minimal or something to that degree. You know, there's some drama here, but ultimately they're saying that's not the real reason you're holding back. You're lacking faith in yourself and your ability to accomplish and complete whatever it is that you're trying to do. So the reason you're really holding back is because you're afraid of like failing. You know, like what if I make these moves and these choices that I want? And what if it doesn't work out? And they're saying, stop it. All the choices that you made have put you into a position where you're going to persevere right into success. But you have to take the action in order to see that outcome play out. Chimney. Divorce papers. Girl, I feel you. I feel you. There's always those things that be holding us back, you know? It's life, I guess. Teaching us to grow by overcoming obstacles. Oh, come on. You know, I love it. I love that we're growing and all that stuff. But god damn, why's it gotta be so hard? Why is it gonna hurt so bad? Alright, what do we need to hear at around single Taurus Virgo Capricorn? He took his stuff today. Oh shit. I'm doing good, Sandra. How you doing, honey? Good-o. Okay. Single Earth. There's a path forward, but you're being resistant. I feel like the foundation that you thought you had wasn't there. But like, it's funny because I feel like a lot of people do this. They get into this energy and they're like, I'm safe and we're super foundational. But then I am like challenging you to ask yourself the question, what challenges did you go through to reinforce your foundation that you overcame? You know? What was it? And did we overcome it? Because I don't think we did. I think we just take for granted when people are like, I love you, or I care about you, or be my boyfriend, be my girlfriend. I think we just take for granted in those moments that like, we're rock solid now. We have everything. We made that initial commitment, you know, and they're saying, no, it's not how it works. I feel like when you come together, that just means like, I'm attracted to you, you're attracted to me, and we don't annoy each other yet. You know, that's what it fucking means when you start dating somebody, okay? To get to the like soulmate fucking level, you know, divine, twin flame, union, blah, blah, blah. To get to that, that requires time, depth, honesty, vulnerability, you know, like challenges, obstacles. That's what's required in order to get this deep foundational love. And I feel like single Earth, we might be taking for granted something that we believe to be foundationally solid, you know, like we're like, I thought, and they're saying no, like that takes a lot more time and commitment than you've been giving up to this point. They're saying you need to trust your intuition right now because you're doubting yourself too much. This is putting you into a position to where you're feeling kind of vulnerable and out of balance. I feel like there is a lot of like connection here and a lot of love and a lot of appreciation, but I feel like it cannot go the distance that it needs to unless you kind of heal this shit. This it's, you know, it's sort of like you just what's that word, like when you're expectant, you know, like when you, what is that, spoiled? I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for when like you expect something to happen at like no work or cost? Entitled. Oh my fucking god, that's exactly the word that was trying to come out of my body right now. Entitled. I feel like the earth signs, I love you all because I'm an earth sign, but we feel a little entitled to what we have rather than understanding that the things that we want to bring into our life and keep require work, sacrifice, not entitlement. There's no fucking room for that here. She goes entitled. They were helping me too. I'm like, what's that word? Give me the word, universe. Oh my god, when I'm translating, definitely feels entitled. Yeah, you know, you got a little entitlement going here. Like, you know, like, I waited for you, or, you know, I love you. That should be enough. No, I hate to tell you. It's just not enough. It's not enough. All right, taken Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Got the Lovers in reverse. Already showing its ugly fucking face. Okay, you're not loving yourself enough. Self-care. Oh my God, guess what the first card that came out was? The devil. It's the card that we keep finding. Okay. So self-care, earth signs, because I feel like we're neglecting ourselves, and that puts us in a position where we are feeling much more weak, insecure, blah-de-da, causing more turmoil and strife where we don't need to. I feel like there are worries on your brain, but these are things that you're evolving through. You're letting them go. I feel like there's baggage in your past that triggered you, not present. It's putting you in a position to where you're feeling out of control. Although happiness is coming, and rest and relaxation, a state of peace. I do have the Emperor coming up in reverse too, so maybe something's going on with the masculine here, but either way, I feel like this is about whoever I'm talking to getting in control of their emotions and stop worrying about things that aren't your concern, that aren't creating issue. Somebody crying? Oh, you can never tell. Those kids, they play weird. They play cry. Because they play like family and stuff, and one's the baby, and oh my God, I don't even know. All right, guys, we got fire and water left. You voted out down below, and we go to the next. Cha-cha-cha-booyah. It says we end up happily ever after. Fire. Okay, fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like your guides are trying to communicate to you or get in touch with you. Yeah. They're trying to talk to you. And I feel like as where you normally listen, you're not typically listening right now. What are you not doing? Alright, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What do we need to hear for you? See? Okay, interesting. You're stepping into your confidence. We're getting unstuck. Things are really moving along for us, fire signs. I feel like communication is in the right flow. You're pointed in the right direction. Life is picking up speed. I feel like this is putting you into a position to where you're going to be able to start some new chapter here, a new part of your journey. And it's going to be very exciting. Ooh, I got the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. But I got the 10 of Cups in reverse. What the fuck? It's almost like you're going to get everything you want. And the moment you do, you're going to be scared you're going to lose it. And they're saying, chill out, fire signs. This is yours to have. No running away here. You worked very hard at building yourself up. You deserve this. You deserve this. All right. What do we need to hear in and around Aries? Aries, what's going on with you, bro? Aries, we are standing somewhere very stable, very secure right now. Because we've healed. We've healed a lot of the drama and the pain from our past. A lot of our defeats. Things that held us back. And we're ready to put our work and our effort into our life. Oh my God. We're ready to put hard work and effort into our life in a way we have not before. I feel like this is kind of blessing us. The universe is going to help support this. I feel like whatever this decision that you're making right now, Aries, is really going to put you into a position where you're feeling more powerful, more capable. Really invest in that. That's twice that came out. Boom. Alright, what do we need to hear in and around Leo? Leo, what's going on in and around you? Bam, bam. 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 We're feeling a little... I don't know how to say this. Fascinating. We're feeling a little emotionally insecure about a situation. I feel like we're trying to let go of the conflict, but our intuition is challenging us. And it's just because you're doubting yourself, Leo. I feel like we're going back and forth. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it... And they're saying it's whatever you want it to be. Whatever you feel it is, it is. So, like, chill. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut. Do what feels right, okay? I feel like you're going to do just fucking that. I feel like it's going to bring in a lot of happiness. Here's that fucking sun card again with the weird, weather anomaly. Anyways, I feel like the sun is coming out for you, Leo. I feel like a lot of happiness is coming your way. I feel like we're going to let go of a lot of the bullshit from the external world that's been maybe holding us back a bit. And we're ready to rebuild our life. Yeah, at one point in time, that might have been exciting, but we see a different way of life now. We want a different way of life now, and this is And that's okay. I feel like that's okay. It's about letting go of the insecurity about what other people think about how you're living your life. Who the fuck cares how you're living your life? It's your life. It's your life. You live it the way you want to. Don't let them live it for you, okay? Don't let them make you make decisions. Oh my God. For you. Make your own decisions. What does this say? This is a gift in disguise. I feel like you need to communicate how you're feeling and what's on your mind, and it'll help you immensely. Okay? Alright, Sagittarius. Oh, got the moon. Feeling a little emotionally overwhelmed, slightly confused about a situation, Sagittarius. We're figuring something, oh my God, we're figuring something out. We don't have the clarity that we need yet, though, and so we're still a little worried. I feel like it's still a bit on our mind, this energy. We're trying to, you know, be in control of our emotions, be patient, be understanding. But like I said, you don't know something, and it's preventing you from feeling like you have what you want, your happiness, your ever after, you know? You're trying to let go of this negative, intrusive thinking. And I feel like when you do that, you're going to learn that being in this vulnerable state is the way that you should be. I feel like letting your guard down and speaking your truth is 100% what needs to happen. Yeah, you might feel imbalanced, but trying something new is always uncomfortable, right, Sagittarius? Never works right away, you know? It's something you got to acclimate to. But either way, I feel like even though you're feeling more vulnerable, this is from a power of a place of strength. Your vulnerability is coming from a place of strength. And it's going to reinforce like faith here in yourself, in your world, in what you're doing, and how you're accomplishing life, you know, all that good stuff. It's going to make you believe. It's going to make you believe, Sagittarius. Believe. Okay, what do we need to hear for single fire? Single Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What do we need to hear? Ma'am. We're not loving ourselves enough, which is putting us in this position where we're continuing to wait. I also feel like we're refusing to walk away from some old situation that is putting us in a position where we are waiting. You're ignoring your guts, and that's facts. You're ignoring what you need to do. You're ignoring what your gut tells you to do. You're ignoring what everybody around you is probably telling you to do. And that's the truth. And this is keeping you held back in negative, intrusive thinking. I feel like you're not going to be able to move forward in your love life until you let go of something in your love life. Period. Period. Sorry. Straight to the point. Straight to the point. All right. What do we need to hear in around take and fire? Whoa. Chill. Okay, chill. Can I get you? Take and fire. 3 is a crowd. 3 is a crowd. Take it as a resonate. It's not for everybody. We're doing a little rest and relaxation here, but we feel like we planted seeds long ago that have not fully come to fruition. I feel like there are lessons here that we have not learned in regards to our past, and it's keeping us guarded. They're asking you to once and for all move on from your past. Come out of the war zone of where you used to live and what you used to do. I feel like you're afraid to take a jump forward because you're afraid to look foolish, or no, not afraid to look foolish, afraid of losing something. You're afraid of losing something, an aspect of your life from your struggle bus times that you don't want to let go of. It feels like imagine it like this. So like, you know, one day your life is like a million kids and super busy and and then you retire and you realize every day now your kids are gone, you have nothing to do, and you feel like your life is just staring at the wall. You know, like, even though it was crazy and you know, at times we're like, oh my God, I wish I didn't have these crazy kids, you know, like, it was so much part of your life that now that you're on to this next chapter of your life, which is like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can go to Mexico, bitch, if you want to. Instead, you're staring at the wall, missing, you know, your kids. And they're saying like, that's great, love your kids and all, but this is the next chapter of your life, okay? Like, you can never go back to where you were. It's always about forward movement. So I feel like if there's something that you feel like you're missing in your present life, in your love life and whatever, I feel like it is essential for you to look at what it is exactly that you're missing, what it is exactly that you're trying to recreate here. Because I feel like you're gonna kind of hold yourself back, and I got the universe coming up in reverse, endings. I feel like you're holding yourself back, and you might create an ending that you don't want in order to stay in a past that you don't want either. So really prioritize what you're doing with your feelings, you know, because it matters. It matters. Shit. Okay, water, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? What is going on in and around Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We're letting go of conflicts. We're not getting caught up on what our future looks like anymore. You know what? Fuck the future. How about right here, right now? How about right here, right now? How you feel about right here, right now? I feel like, and that's the fucking truth, you know? I feel like you're no longer wanting to build your future also because of some kind of pain. There's some kind of pain in your world. I feel like you've gotten let down before with future plans, future goals, yada yada. You know, you set the destination and you never quite make it. So water signs, there's something about this energy of like releasing expectation. So then you never fail anymore. You never stop getting like caught up and not getting to your end destination. Now we are always in our destination because we are in the present moment. We are enjoying life for whatever it is right here, right now. And if we don't fucking like it, then we're walking away from it, period. And I feel like as soon as you make this acknowledgement, holy fuck, your world is going to flip. Your cup is going to overflow. I feel like people are going to be just simply annoyed with your positivity, to be honest with you. I feel like you're going to really step into your divine feminine energy, and this is going to give you a sense of faith in yourself that will be simply just unshakable. Unfucking shakeable. It looks like you're becoming a god, and proud of you. It looks like you're doing everything right. You're letting go of the bullshit. We're no longer getting caught up on where we're going. We're focusing on where the fuck we are. Hello. Right here. Yeah. All right, Cancer. Yeah, I like that. I like that message a lot. I'm going to claim that times 10. They are already annoyed with me. I don't even give a fuck. Neither should you, Tracy. Let them be annoyed. Honestly, gauge that as your success level. The more they're annoyed, the better you're doing. All right, what do we need to hear for Cancer? Cancer. Remember who you are, Cancer. Remember what you're passionate about in your life. I'm being very called to be like, remember who you are. Remember. Okay, anyways, I'm done. I feel like you are persevering out of some shit, and you don't feel like you asked for this even a little bit. But they're saying, you know, that the reality is we don't ask for a lot of things in our life, and they just happen. And it's our job to navigate or deal with them. And I feel like Cancer, sometimes you don't think you have all the tools to deal with this shit, and you do. You have all the tools, and you have a backup security toolbox too that has even extra special tools. Or you have every single tool you need to go through this bullshit. I feel like there's a new chapter starting for you here, but you're scared of it because, well, we looked a little foolish maybe in past chapters. But you know what? Fuck that. We're gonna just, you know, do us. We're gonna look the way we want to look, or not look. It doesn't even really matter. I feel like at the end of the day right now, what's really holding you back on this new path, this new chapter forward, is your self-worth. You just don't feel very worthy. You don't feel very abundant. You don't feel very successful in your energy, you know? And I feel like this is weirdly a gift in disguise, because it is time for you to redirect that focus at yourself. It's time to redirect that focus and heal yourself, because I feel like you are a force to be reckoned with. But right now, in the current state that you are in, you are not that person. And they're saying it's time to step the fuck up and be that person. Understand what a treasure it is that you are to this world. Because Cancer, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of looking at you and knowing how awesome you are and hearing about how horrible it all is. Because it's not. And I'm not saying you guys are like doom and dooming it like 24/7. But I am saying that you guys are pretty fucking awesome. People can't get enough of you. There's a reason for that. I wish you could just see that yourself. It's time to persevere out of this difficulty and embrace this new life that is opened up in front of you once and for all. That was for me. Oh shit. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, what must we need to know? Scorpio. All right, what's going on in and around Scorps? Something about knowledge. Maybe you learned something and became more knowledgeable this weekend. I don't know. I'm definitely getting something about knowledge. You learned something. And maybe good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter. This is useful information for you. So you're feeling a little disarray with your emotions because of said information, perhaps. You know, you're maybe not feeling on point. But I feel like ultimately, if you take impulsive action, you will feel upset about this. You will feel sad, vulnerable, weak, and in pain. And this is all because of past emotions. I feel like if you are not able to self-soothe right now, Scorpio, and get yourself through this energy, you will hold yourself back in a big way that you will regret later, okay? So I just want you to know, if you're not feeling good about something, make yourself feel good. Stop making other people make you feel good. You make yourself feel good. I don't care if they created the thing that's not making you feel good. You make yourself feel good, okay? You make yourself feel good. You let go of that past bullshit, and you stop holding yourself back. Right the fuck now. Okay? Wake up, Scorpio. Okay. Pisces, what? She goes, okay. All right. Pisces, what do we need to hear? Oh, I felt like I was definitely yelling at myself, too. If it makes you feel any better for that Scorpio one. Pisces, they're asking you to stand tall and proud and put that past-ass bullshit behind you once and for fucking all. It's time to find faith in yourself, and I feel like that is exactly what you're doing. You're not investing any energy unless it's investing back in you. You're not feeling totally confident because the path forward that you're looking for has not shown up yet, but all the answers that you need are coming in. They are coming in, Pisces. And they're going to... No more no more sacrificing your stability for somebody else's. I feel like that's the big overall message here. I feel like everything's fine, great, good, whatever. But you constantly put yourself in these positions where you sacrifice yourself for others, and that needs to cease to exist, okay? That needs to stop. Right now. Now, I mean, like, if somebody's moving and you're not really doing anything, but you don't really want to, and you say yes, this is not a great sacrifice to yourself. But if you have plans and somebody asks you to move, and then you bail on your plans to help them move because you feel like you should, that is you putting yourself in the fucking, like, trunk. You know what I mean? Stop it. Stop it. Say, no, thank you. I'm so sorry. I wish I could help, but I have plans. You know? If you are able and free, whatever. But, like, it's no more sacrificing yourself for others. Okay, anyways. You will feel much more stable if you make this small adjustment. Okay, what do we need here for single, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? What is going on in and around single, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces? Do-do-do. Okay, so this sounds like there's something that needs to come to an end in your world to allow you to let go of the past once and for all, but I feel like you're having a hard time doing that. So when you're dating right now, you're dating with a third party, and you don't even realize it, I feel like, at least for half of you. That's the truth. I feel like you'll be all happy with your partnership, but then yet you won't be able to express yourself fully in your partnership because you're still living in this past partnership that you haven't really fully let go of, and it's going to doom your future partnership. Does this make sense? We need to get out to get in. What kind of pendant are you wearing? It doesn't mean anything special for you. It's a moldavite. Moldavite is very special to me. I love moldavite. It's the meteorite that created Earth, the Big Bang. Well, that's this. It's very cool. Very cool. All right. What do we need to hear in and around taking Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? Oh my fucking God. Should we take it? I feel compelled to take it. Taking water. We need to walk away from some bullshit. I feel like once you do this, you will feel so much more stable and secure. You will feel like your energies and efforts have finally fucking paid off. The reason that you're struggling right now is because you're lacking faith in yourself, but once you heal these kind of energies that you have creating this disconnect and face them head on, I feel like you'll feel like this is your wish fulfillment come true. You'll no longer have to work so fucking hard, and you'll have the whole world in your hands, victory, success, you know? I feel like there might be something going on, but it's just up to you to face it, to be real about it. Say, this is what's going on, you know? And I feel like once you do that, you'll probably get some communication, resolution kind of bullshit where you feel much more better about where you stand in the sand. I have a moldavite ring. Oh, yes, queen. Did you want to do the reads? Baby? I'm all done. Collective energies all done. Alright guys, I'm gonna move my camera really quick. And then we'll do some readings. Oh, and I think my phone's about charged up enough to where I can plug it in. What kind of readings would be helpful for my journey through that? Let's see, Kimber. Kimber, it's going down. I'm yelling Kimber. Sorry, I can't help it. I just literally cannot help it. Okay. First, we're gonna plug this guy in. Oh, come on, turbulence. Sorry. Turbulence. Oh, yes, Ginger. I'll get you a mini. Do. Shit. Don't look down there. Okay. Let's see. Kim, what readings do you need? And then unique. You can sing to me whenever you want. Oh my god, I love it. And then, Ginger, I got you for your mini right after this. Alright. Kim, what would be most beneficial? General, no. Relationship, yes. Jazz, personal, yes. Relationship, jazz, yes. The week ahead, no. The past life, no. The gypsy witch, yes. The relationship gypsy, yes. The spiritual journey, yes. The alignment, no. The chakras, yes. The extended jazz, yes. The love canoe, no. The love boat, yes. So, excuse me. Trying to see, I don't even know if we got a single major arcana up. We don't. So I'm going to tell you the court cards then. The court cards are for the extended jazz, chakra, the relationship gypsy, and the personal jazz and the relationship. Those are the court cards. It's weird. We don't have any majors. Wild. Wild. Yeah, for sure, Iris. Iris. General, yes. Relationship, no. The jazz, no. The relationship jazz, no. The week ahead, yes. The past life, no. Gypsy, no. Relationship gypsy, yes. The spiritual journey, yes. The alignment, no. The chakra, yes. The extended jazz, no. The love boat, or I'm sorry, love canoe, no. And the love boat, no. The strongest one, the major arcana, is the Gypsy Witch relationship read. Yep, that's the strongest one. I sent the fruit salad for a mini. Okay, Priscilla. Alright, I got Ginger and Priscilla for minis. Ginger, did you make coffee? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Is there milk in there?
I put a little bit in to cool it off because I know you're probably going to want to drink it right away.
I'm fair with that. Alright. Oh, Tracy. I got to make a mini list.
Tracy. Yeah, it's still that magma. It's hot here. Hey, everybody.
So, came and join me. Okay, so we got Ginger, Priscilla, and Tracy for minis so far.
Uh-oh.
What?
Loose. I gotta come.
Who's a loose? That's gonna be your OCD now. It used to be mine. There was a brief period where I used to be like crazy OCD and like count my cards like constantly. Now I just trust in the universe that it's all good. I count them every once in a while when I put them back. I count them to make sure they're all going back. But other than that,
once the bag breaks in a little bit more, I'll feel more trusting in it. But
which one are we doing, Iris? Uno momento, guys. We're in paid readings at this very second.
at this juncture,
Shallows in the house. Boom, boom. Shallows in the house.
we made it.
Iris, which one was that for? Why for, Iris? The Gypsy Witch relationship 40, is that the love boat? I didn't see so it says Gypsy Witch couple, I guess is what it says. I'm sorry, but it's 50 if you want that one. Okay, dokie, Ginger. Ginger. What do we need to do here in and around Miss Ginger? Bam. Ginger. We're feeling kind of hopeless about a situation. We're not feeling very good. Maybe just not quite up to our normal energy, you know? I do feel like we're worried about being tricked or misled, something along those lines. But they're saying you're being a bit stubborn. You're stronger than you think you are. You don't need to wait as much as you feel like you do. I feel like they're saying you're pointed in the right direction. Luck is on your side. Communicate what it is that you need from life, from the people in your life. And I feel like you're going to be able to build the future that you want. You're going to have everything that you want. It's time to stop being stubborn, though. Stand in your power, girl. You can have what you want. You just got to be strong enough to say it.
That's interesting because I have Spiritual Warrior and the Universe Ringer, Odin Rune. So, like, I think with that, kind of a lot of what that is like, right now you're fighting the fight, you're doing it good. Just kind of like let the universe do its thing in front of you. Like, it's working, it's going to. So, as long as you're doing your part, and like I said, I do see a bit of a fight though, because it's the Warrior Rune, and I don't get that a lot. Usually I get Self or something like that. So, I think there's days where it might be hard, but it's just like you kind of got to give faith to the flow. It'll all work out in the end at the end of the day.
Sorry. I was just updating.
No. Well, I think that's just kind of like keep up the fight. The universe has your back.
I am struggling lately. Girl, you got this. You got Yeah, that's exactly what you got. Keep up the good fight. Not only does the universe got your back, but you are much stronger than you're feeling right now.
When you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, eventually it'll pay off. That's what always happens.
Oh.
If it doesn't feel like it.
Yes.
I keep thinking I dropped something, but it's just...
You should scoot your chair towards me.
Okay.
Piper left her blankie in here.
You sure did.
She was hanging out with me this morning.
Did you squeeze?
Baby blankets everywhere. Everybody's got a blankie. Blankies everywhere.
Constantly. It's a plague of blankets.
All right. Priscilla. Priscilla, what's going on with you, girl? You are not being so stubborn. You are seeing that adjustments need to happen, and you're not in love with it, but you're doing it. You're doing it in a more vulnerable, authentic way. Elizabeth, I got you for the love boat. I feel like this is putting you in a position to where you're going to get your wish fulfillment. And I don't even feel like you're going to have to work that fucking hard for it, honestly. I feel like you're going to like open your mouth and say one sentence and the rest is just going to snowball in. I feel like it's honest. Like your mind is saying like, oh, we're going to have to work. Shit.
That is such a trip.
I hate that.
It's a while.
Sorry.
Introduce your life to make sure you're still alive.
Puzzle piece thing showed up. Anyways, but I feel like you're not going to have to work that hard. And the path forward that you want is going to just open up for you. I feel like it's going to be solid, fertile, beautiful foundation here for you. Feels very, very good. Feels like you don't have to work very hard at all.
And I had joy in possessions. So I think that's kind of weirdly self-explanatory. I think there's a lot of reasons to feel good right now. You're in a good point of abundance, and I think it's going to keep coming. I think you're gonna have a lot of abundance in the coming time. I guess I don't want to say time frame, but
Yes.
feels good though. Feels like you should be happy. So make sure you are.
Hell yeah, girl. I thought I needed to work a lot. No, I did too. I'm one of those people that prides myself that I work so fucking hard for it or whatever. And then, like, I got this message from somebody. I don't remember who I was talking to. But they were like, it was Graham, I think. But anyway, the guy that did the channeling here, it was him that I think was talking to us. And he was like, why do you have to work so hard? Like, why? And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Like, why? Like, why is it that we must feel like we are dying in order to feel accomplished, you know, in order to feel valued or whatever? We do not need to work so M and F and hard.
That's the human condition.
That's a programming.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we need to hear
If
for
you're not burnt out, you're not
Tracy?
earning.
That's right. That's right. I mean, fuck. Our retirement age is 70.
70.
We had our friend's daughter bitching to us about how a 63-year-old woman that worked with her was holding it down, like holding them back, you know? The bitch don't got a choice. For another fucking 7 years, she doesn't have a choice. That's crazy to me. Like, they're not even wanted in the workforce yet. We're going to keep them till 70. That sounds great. That sounds like a fabulous idea.
Because then when you spend the Social Security on
Thank you so much for the gifts. Yeah.
well, part of it's the boomers too, though. I
Dude.
hate to say it, but the boomers hit Social Security, and that's the largest generation we have in the country right now. So the boomers all kind of like are eating up a lot of the Social Security.
Right. Ginger, I got you, babe.
Which one are we throwing at?
Tracy right now.
We're throwing Tracy up on.
Bones.
What type of reading are you doing?
These are just minis.
Oh,
Just the fruit
okay.
salads. And then we have
Just something
Iris for a Gypsy Witch relationship. And then we have Elizabeth for a love boat. And then we have Ginger for a Jenny. My brain. Tracy. So we planted some seeds, Trace. And honestly, a lot of them are coming through. I feel like we're seeing a lot of the success, which is helping us come out of this past negative energy that we maybe were in back when. Could have been a couple weeks ago. Could have been a couple years ago. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like you're feeling much more in control of your, environment, your world, and the things that are happening in it. And, the Emperor is coming up, right? And I know you got some things going on with your relationship, too. And I feel like this is, good growth here in that area, too, for you. I'm picking up. We don't have all of our wish fulfillment yet, but we're working hard and we're building our strength, and that happiness and that wish fulfillment is starting to slowly trickle in. Like, we're getting what we want and we're getting to where we want. But we cannot give up, and we need to make sure that we're putting ourselves as the priority, so we're at least doing things that are bringing in what we want, which I know you, Tracy, she went bungee jumping too. Didn't you say you went bungee jumping too? Morning, Grace.
We do have Kim on the list for a week ahead too.
For what?
A week ahead. Oh, she pinned it. Never mind.
Oh shit! I got you, Kim.
I just saw it up there and I was like, oh wait.
I'm sorry, Kimber.
And then also for you, Tracy, I have standstill and fertility. So I think a lot of that's kind of saying like, relax. Like, your time of abundance is on its way. It's already been here, I'm sure. A lot of the seeds you're sowing seem like they're sprouting. I think you just have a lot more coming. A lot more coming.
Yeah.
So might as well just sit down and enjoy the ride. Well, not actually sit down, though, because you might need to jump out of something from what it seems like your habit is.
Because you're really standing in that strength, girl.
No, you gotta jump out or off of stuff. Sounds
Out or
fun.
off?
Out or off.
I'm sorry, Grace. It just wrapped up. What's your sign again? Maybe somebody or I will remember something. Okay, that wraps up the fruit salads. Now we've got Iris and Tyler for a Gypsy Witch relationship. So this is just, you've seen the Gypsy Witches. It's just another relationship spread. But, so you can pull for, and you said his name was Tyler.
I'll kind of listen to yours in a minute. Just catch the vibe off it.
Tyler.
I think it's funny how when we're both goofing off, we like just like really stress our Midwest accents.
No way.
Yeah, we do that when we're goofing off.
Because it's fun. Don't you know? Okay, I need to make sure I got the room. Yeah, for sure, girlfriend. Boom, 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 boom. What's that song I'm thinking of? Dun 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 dun. Okay, anyways. Oh shoot. All right, girl. I'm gonna turn on that light so I can see a little better. Better read the fine print. Except for the week ahead. Okay, so close. I got you, girl. Aries. Oh, Aries was about getting something done. Like, you're holding back. You're not being real about what it is that you want. I'm pretty sure. I know there's a lot of people. I was yelling at Aries a little bit, though. I feel like, for holding back.
Yeah, for being scared. Don't be scared. Aries are the god of war.
Thanks so much for the hearty post. Sania, you're so sweet. All right. So, basically the way the world, or the Gypsy Witch works is it talks about inner world effects, so how they are affecting each other with their own shit, and things that they've, like, done in their lives, and then outer world effects, things they have nothing to do with, but that are impacting them.
Okay.
Or maybe they might have a little something to do with it, but really it's not. It's out of their control. Okay, anyways. So that's what the Gypsy Witch be. Okay, so the inner world energy. Inner world sanctum. We need that from time to time. I feel you. The inner world, though, I got riches and success through stocks right in the orbit near you. So I feel like there will probably be some abundance and some success gained here with your relationship, whether that be he gives you ideas or, you know, boosts your confidence, what have you. The fox in close proximity argues distrust of acquaintances who are seeking to betray you. So basically, this is hovering right over your head. I feel like you're super fearful of what he's going to do. Or, you know, like his intentions. Or, like, how this is all going to pan out. There's a lot of fear. Just because we've been done dirty, Iris. You know, we've been done dirty. So I don't feel like this is a real threat. I just feel like this is more like you are caught up in your feelings and you're worried about, you know, him not being trustworthy. The mountains nearby indicate the presence of a mighty enemy, and this is right above his fucking head. So to me, this is saying, like, he's made enemies. You know, he's made some people that are not very thrilled with him. So I feel like you might experience some of this with him the more you spend time together. However, everybody has a past, you know, whatever. I don't feel like this is anything he doesn't know about, if that makes sense. The anchor denotes successful ventures in business and surrounded, and love. So I feel like, hang on, let me look for these numbers. Okay. So I feel like, interesting. So basically, also your relationship will garner some business success for him. So if somehow you guys are going to be mutually beneficial to each other in the realm of, like, finance and business. But also this is signifying that he's definitely feeling the love already in this situation. Brittany, thank y'all for that heart me. And Sheena, Sania, thank you so much for the hearts. So, yeah, I feel like he's very successful. The scythe passages, disappointment, and when near the coffin and early death. What? Have you seen this?
Sorry, yeah. I'm kind of seeing.
Did you hear what I just said? And then So, these cards are dramatic. But, I've got the scythe, which says disappointment is happening in his orbit. And it's right next to the coffin card, which signifies due to a death. A death in the family, perhaps, or maybe could have already happened. Could have been a death in the past that he's just still holding on to. So there is that, you know. I feel like It's funny because I know you just got out of a situation because he was dealing with a lot of family turmoil, and it sounds like there might be some echoes here. If you want to know about staying with your husband, I super recommend the Love Boat reading, which is 40 if you want to know that, Jade. But yeah, so just be aware there might be some baggage here. The money safe indicates riches, and the open side is towards the both of you. So again, massive success in money here. The clouds with the dark side towards the person indicates divorce. Bright side towards the person ensures domestic happiness. The bright side is not only facing you, it is also facing him. So I feel like your partnership will be very happy. It'll be very fulfilling. The birds signify dire misfortune and fierce enemies when near, and this is next to you. So not only does he's got some... By the way, again, dramatic. But not only does he have some negative energy floating around his bubble, you got some negative energy floating around yours. So I feel like there are some demons that you both have to face, and they're clearly very mirrored. Like, you know, his issues are kind of like your issues. Anyways, roses indicate beauty and rugged health. I feel like there's a lot of attraction. You're a very cutesy couple. Very demure. Very cutesy.
Here we go.
Very mindful.
She doesn't stop.
Mindful. Okay. Yeah, I found out my uncle has cancer this weekend. Oh my gosh. This is on his side of the woods, so I would be surprised if it's your uncle that passes. But it could mean it's on his side of the wood because he's having a hard time helping you through this, maybe? I don't know. Take it as it resonates, but it does show me there will probably be some hardships here that you guys will have to work through one way or another together. Yes, we Snapchat all day, lol. Very cutesy, very mindful. Okay, anyway.
I told ya.
Dude, I saw this guy. He was like a handyman, and it was like a husband-wife situation, right? And the husband's like repairing his house, and he's like sitting here, and he's like, I'm very cutesy. I'm very demure.
I saw that.
Did you see that one? Oh my god, I died.
I saw that one. It took me a while to see it, but I was like, oh, here it is.
That's great. Anyways, the outer world. You know what the first card I looked at? The stork. Did you think you were going to get pregnant for a second?
I have fertility.
It's a psych. Are you looking for babies? But, okay. So the stork actually talks about moving. It actually talks about moving. In this deck, it could mean babies. Take it as it resonates.
Fertility is kind of the same thing.
But I think you're moving. I think there'll be a change of location on your half. I think you will move to make this work, to be honest. The park foretells a love when very near. If distant, false friends. I feel like you might have some fake friends in your corner that might tell you things that aren't necessarily true about the situation or give their opinions. And I don't know why.
Even dudes for some reason. I feel like it's gonna be dudes.
I don't know why. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's some people though that don't want to see you happily ever after with some other guy. I don't know why,
Right.
but yeah. So watch out for that.
You're gonna gain some attention, I think.
Yeah, watch out for that. Don't let them manipulate you. The tower surrounded by clouds denotes sickness and if adjourning death. It's not adjourning. and it's distant. So I feel like at most this is just saying that we could be getting like a cold. No, I don't even feel like that, to be honest. Because there's no clouds around it. Except for way over here. So no. No. I'm going to say this card, null and void, is not impactful to you. The lion presages the sudden shock from bad news. Okay, this is also right aligned with your enemy card. Like you have an enemy in your orbit. And so bad news coming from an enemy directly to your ear. However, this is on your inner circle, the enemy card. So I don't think this is an enemy that you're necessarily aware is an enemy. Somebody who's sitting there being all cutesy and demure.
Necessarily an enemy, but someone who could definitely impact this.
Putting their priorities ahead of yours.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So watch out for that.
Yep.
And then I got the dog represents true friends, but if distant or surrounded by clouds, unexpected enemies. This is again on your half of the puzzle. So I think there's definitely, and the clouds are here, everything's there that we need. And so I think there's definitely somebody in your orbit that is not so pleasant. It's not so great. So we need to watch out. We need to watch out for that.
At least not on the deep down.
I've also got the bride, and it signifies the singles person highest fulfillments. When distant though, is he a divorcee?
Oh, that's a good question. I was gonna say I got a lot of X energy.
Is he a divorcee?
Like a lot of X tension.
Baby mama, perhaps, something like that.
Mama drama.
Perhaps a bit of a baby mama.
A bit of a baby.
No, but lives in New York. He has no ex-wife. There's something here. Okay, let me just tell you.
Someone from her past, maybe.
So, it feels like his. So, just because it's on his side of the board. But, like,
that makes sense.
So, what I'm seeing is, like, maybe long ago, he let his heart go to a girl, and then he proposed to her, and then she shit all over it, and then he was like, never again. You know, something like that. And so, like, now you come along, and he's like, dream girl. And you're like, yes. And then, like, you know, go about life, and you're waiting for natural progressions to happen, and you see resistance there. This is long into the future, just so you know. Mm-hmm. But you see resistance there, like, you know, like engagement or something like that. Understand he's got a depth here of history that's really holding him back and will take some untwining before he moves forward on that. He's mentioned, is his ex really hurt him? Okay, yeah. There's something very... So he's going to have a really hard time making that, like, marriage committal. Yeah. And I feel like that's going to be a little hard for you. But this is definitely something that is navigational. Like, he just needs to know that he can trust you. As soon as he knows that, this problem will go away. The shepherd indicates an intense love and fellow feeling. I feel like he's feeling intensely in love with you, and I feel like he feels like you feel the same. He feels like the energy is the same. We were actually just talking about this. About the toilet sounds like it's falling when people are using it. But anyways, yeah, it's crazy in here. But we were actually just talking about that, about how, like, it's important for us to, like, love each other the same. You know, like, when somebody's more invested than the other, like, it affects all parties involved. It makes it all funkadunky. So, I feel like for you two, you have a very mutual bond here. Like, he feels the way you feel. Amor is a sign that somebody is looking at you with longing and loving. More confirmation. You guys are just like, the tree, good health, near flowers, fulfillment of the highest of hopes. And there are flowers up on this bitch. So... boom. I think that is not an unreasonable outcome here. It's for you guys to live happily ever after. The book, the book represents mysteries being revealed. I feel like he's going to understand a lot more, and so are you here soon in the near future. You guys are going to get more deep, more into the problems of it all, and you're going to understand more. I feel like he doesn't want to fully admit it. Wait, that's one of the questions. I was like, I so have a crush on you, and he was like, I like talking to you. Okay, but that doesn't mean he doesn't feel the same. That means he's a guy, and they communicate like, hey, like most of the time. Shallow, I got lucky. He likes to talk, but not many of them do.
Yeah.
And when they do talk, it's very, like, simple and straightforward, you know? And honestly, it's because they fucking deal with us. We're crazy, and we read into everything. So if they say just, like, one straightforward sentence, can't really look much into it, right? And so, just know that. Women are crazy. But it's okay, because I'm too. The order denotes honor and recognition of labor. I feel like, I'm telling you, there's something with money and business with the two of you, and I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like some opportunity or offer is going to come in. Maybe you guys are going to be walking in the park, and, you know, New York Magazine's going to be like, oh my god, you're the cutest couple I've ever seen. Will you do a center spread with us and tell us about your lives? You know, I don't know. And all of a sudden you're rich models. I don't know. But, like...
that sounds wild.
I know.
That's like
there's something,
adventure.
Though. There's something that's going to occur to the two of you that's going to increase your financial and business standings. So, like, it feels too connected. It has to be something that will, like, impact the both of them.
I see fertility. So
you see something like that too? Yeah.
There's definitely something on the horizon there.
And then the ship talks about long travels, and right next to that was the moving card, about you, my moving, you know? So I feel like there's going to be a lot of journeys back and forth before eventually we move. And who doesn't want to move to New York? So, you know, it's probably why you're going. This honestly is great. Yes, he is my partner. This is my fiancé. Hello.
Hello.
We be crazy. Yeah, we do. Do you have any questions for me on this before I haul it over to Shiloh? Once they're together, yes, that would be like the regular relationship reading, the regular one that's like 30. That talks about that. Hey, Julie.
Super. Iris for your inner world.
Wait.
Oops.
Just one question, and then I'm gonna pass her off.
Okay.
I just before I put these all
Oh
away.
no, you're right.
No, I love it. Okay, good.
So do you scare him?
Just curious. So do I scare him? I don't. I mean, in the sense of like
No.
a commitment, sure, maybe like long term, like because he was hurt before. But like in general, I don't think you're doing anything specific.
I'd say I don't think he's scared yet.
Yeah. That was. This is
Everyone
funny.
loves Shiloh's 2 cents.
Yes, I think that's really a big part of it. Shut up.
The amount of times I get told to shut up in a day.
I don't tell you to shut up. I go, babe. Babe.
To my daughters, strangers.
Yeah. One time, Lyric was having a really
On
bad
Facebook.
day. One time, Lyric was having a really bad day and looked over at Shiloh and they were like just going at it. And he didn't understand like how to help her. And he was like, well, babe, maybe it's just, you know, maybe you're feeling a little extra emotional because you're on your period. And she was like, and I was in the corner and we just started dating. I was like, no, he didn't. Did he just, no, he didn't. Oh!
She out loud actually was like, no!
I was like, oh, maybe not that though.
Like, why would you say that? I didn't know what I did wrong.
Oh my god,
I
it's so
thought I
funny.
was making sense.
She was like just having a hard time
made
emotionally,
sense.
and then he was like, when guys say that, it makes us feel like our emotions don't matter because we're on our period. So I was like, oh no.
You did it wrong.
Oh my god,
I was
that's
just
why I
trying to
love
help.
you, because as soon
I
as
was
I
just
said
trying
it,
to
you're
help.
like, oh, that makes sense. I was like, you,
I was just trying to help. I didn't know what to do.
Jessica. Oh right, okay, I'm sorry. I'm taking it
No, you're
away
good.
from the
That was-
runes for
I
Iris.
love that story.
That was a good story. It was a good story.
That device needs to mind its own business. It keeps thinking we're talking to it. We gotta change its trigger word.
Oh, him? I always take it as confirmations because he never does that any other time when we're talking. When we have friends over and we're talking in the room, very rarely.
That's fair.
He only does it when I'm in here. I swear, because I'm always like, oh, did you hear that? Ghouls confirming.
So,
Sorry.
you're good.
Sorry, we're distractible today.
Yes.
Anyways, come on.
Always distracted.
We've missed you. We've missed you.
So, Irish, for your inner world, I see a big journey ahead. Careful not to lose yourself in it is a big thing I'm seeing. So, like, I'm not being mean, but I'm saying kind of like before, like, don't scare them. You know, like, don't get caught up in it. Don't get all excited and, like, you know, I don't want to say make too much of it because that sounds very insensitive. But, like, if you come on too strong, I feel like you're going to scare this guy away.
Don't be pushy.
Right. There's a lot of because right after that I have standstill. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to like make judgment. That's not the case. I think a lot of it is like you're supposed to just really enjoy your guys' experience together. Don't try to change it. Don't try to make it go faster. Don't try to slow it down. Well, maybe depending on your comfortability, of course. Like maintain your boundaries.
Yeah,
but,
boundaries.
But like in a sense, don't mess with it because it's gonna happen organically. That's what I think I see. Then for the outside world, I see a lot of past shit that might kind of hold you off, like, because I have separation in reverse. So I think there's maybe some lingering things on both ends that might get in the way from time to time. He might do something that reminds you of a guy you don't like, and it might remind you of a situation you didn't like. Thus, you remember how you felt that time, so now you feel that way now. Remember not to, like, in a sense, make that his fault, because it's past shit.
Yes.
I'm guilty of the same thing. I've done that
We
to
both
Ashley
are.
tons of times before, where I felt like, in a sense, like, it sounds silly, but like because she was getting through to me, I felt like I was being manipulated. It's weird.
No, that's a true
pretty much
statement.
what
Yeah.
was happening though, is because I felt since my mind was changing, she was trying to trick me, and that wasn't her fault because she wasn't trying to trick me. She was just really trying to get me to look at something differently. But I projected past issues with my ex onto her at that time because I remember times in the past where it's like, oh yeah, I changed my mind, but then I regretted it later.
In all fairness,
So-
me and his ex are incredibly similar people. So I can understand how that would be triggering at times. Because,
I
like,
the
we're,
little light version of her. It's kind of funny
I was
because
just
she's
gonna say.
short and brunette, you're tall and blonde. It's really funny.
But, like, literally, me and his oldest, Lyric, we talk all the time about it. How it's weird because her mom's not here. But yet, like, if she
Kinda feels
were,
like she is, yeah.
it would kind of be me. And so, like, we just have the same personality. It's fucking weird. So,
I have
like,
a type.
you have a type. So, anyways, I get
I
why
don't like easy.
at times you would feel triggered is because she was using her powers up B for nefarious deeds.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. So anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is where you need to get the bigger perspective of understanding so you can, you know, understand your person and, like, you know, love them and support them even though they're being trauma triggered. And understand that it's not yours to take personally. I'm not Tammy, you know, like, I don't need to take that personally.
Yeah, just remember, past shit is past shit.
Yes.
That's the best way to put it. Like, a lot of people that say keep your past behind you, forget your past, I think that's ridiculous. You don't learn anything, you don't grow from that. But acknowledging and accepting that the past shit is there, and it's going to still affect you from time to time. As long as you can accept it and kind of, in a sense, it sounds silly, but embrace it, because it's all learning points. That's the only reason we still remember these things, is because it's something that we learned, good or bad. So just remember that you learned from it, and that this isn't that lesson again. This is what you learned that lesson for. Now you know what to do. But like I said, I see separation reverse, but I do see breakthrough. I think you're both going to make a lot of big changes for each other. I think you're both going to want to improve in order to make each other, not just each other happy, but because, in a sense, positive growth makes people around you happy, but it also makes you happy. So it's going to be kind of like that. Like, you guys are both going to be, like, growing almost spiritually, I would say, like, in a sense. Like, you're going to feel a lot more connected just with your lives and your existences together. Friendship or romantic, I would say. But then I also see fertility, which I really think is confirmation of what Ashley kept saying. I think you two coming together is going to make a big change positively. It's going to bring a lot of stuff in, like, not just emotionally, but, like, I think it's going to benefit you two in the long run, like, physically too, like assets, etc.
Yes. And Ginger, you did not miss your general reading. I thought you meant your fruit salad. You did not miss your general reading,
Yep,
though.
no,
No, that's still coming up.
We're lagging on the readings a little bit. We're going slow today.
Oh, we're getting distracted.
I haven't had enough coffee yet. We're getting there.
All right,
Focus is
Elizabeth.
up.
Who's our partner? Also, Iris, do you have any final question? Oh, yeah. Should they meet? We flipped for that. Should they meet when she goes on her trip and she's going to be closer? Should she ask him to drive to meet her halfway? Iris, the coin.
I'm thinking.
Oh, you're thinking. Okay.
Because I'm trying to think of how I want to put it.
I'm thinking.
Because, like, yeah, you should definitely meet in person. Like, I think I knew the coin was going to kind of say that. So I was trying to think of, like.
But soon she's going
But, like,
somewhere nearby him. And so she was wondering if she should ask him to drive and meet her halfway. Since they're going to be in a place where it's, like, drivable to meet each other.
I definitely see that. But I'm thinking, weirdly, I want to stress the fact that, like, maybe. I don't want to say make it. Don't make it a date. But also don't make it not obvious that you don't want it to be one. If you do. I would say, like, meet up with him, but, like, make sure he understands your intentions. If he's going to see you face to face, that way, like, it's going to help pave the road for when you guys are back to just talking on Snapchat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, in a sense, like, let him know you're interested, but also, like, don't be pushy about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's weirdly, I don't know why, but, like, I really felt the urge to, like, tickle the rooms, but I was like, no, just kind of go with it. Like,
Tickle the room.
I think it's going to be a good opportunity for you to let your intentions be known. But, like I said, without making it weird. It's easier to talk in person.
Yeah, I think you should ask him. I pulled a card. I think you should ask him to meet for lunch. No pressure, just it is what it is. Lauren, I've got you for something. I'm not sure what it is. What are we doing, Lauren? But Elizabeth, you're up now with the Love Boat with David. This is talking about her intentions for the relationship, his intentions. Okay.
The boat I gotta run more than one reading. So.
Yes. Also, you could unveil your new rune reading thing that you orchestrated if you want. I can just stay out of that.
I want to buffer it up a little bit first.
Oh, okay. He's a Sagittarius. It takes a minute.
I just don't want to stutter over it.
Shallow, feel better. Feel better for what? What happened?
Someone
Oh,
can
you're
tell
back.
I'm hurt, I think.
Oh,
Or
I
did you
told
say
him.
something?
I told
Okay.
him. I was like, I'm sorry. He
Yeah,
still
this
has
is
his
the
back.
second time I've hurt myself choking on herbs. This is ridiculous. One
I
time it
couldn't
was a
believe
bong
it.
rip.
Couldn't believe you did it.
You saw what happened right
I
in front
know,
of you.
literally. I told him you coughed. I didn't say what it was about, but said he coughed and threw his back out.
I literally 3 out of the probably 6 times I've thrown my back out, it was from coughing. I have a slip disc, I think.
You have back problems. We need to get you into a chiropractor.
It's because I'm short.
Stop it.
Ugh. No, it's because I'm irresponsible and I jumped off of very high things when I was a kid. Did not tuck and roll. Just landed.
Just land.
Thanks, Johnny Knoxville. I'm a casualty of the jackass
I was just going to
generation.
say, our whole fucking...
We're all banged up.
All millennials are just effed.
I'm pretty sure 60% of my back problems are because me and my buddy Mikey found a shopping cart one weekend.
Thank you for the follow.
And we just went crazy. I was like, this doesn't hurt, man. We're fine. Oh, no. 20 years later, it hurts.
I do free cards, and you don't even need to give me a gift for it, but out of paid readings, and we're out of, inside of... We're in paid readings. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my, like...
This is fun.
Speech approach today, but it's fascinating.
I think people are loving it.
It's definitely fascinating. Okay. Actually, I want to pull these ones.
I think it's been weirdly a little while almost, in a sense. Like
Huh?
we've been so used to grinding, even that little
Break?
bit is like throwing you off.
I know, I'm like, what?
Like, I don't do this anymore. It's been so long.
It's been so
24
long.
hours.
Except for Gypsy, which... Oh, breaking you. Thank you. Perfect. That reading's pretty dope, the relationship one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just so I'm updated on the list. We're on Elizabeth right now. Then I've got Ginger for General, Kim for the love reading with Sterling, Sarklos for a week ahead, and Lauren for the Gypsy Witch relationship or couple, Gypsy Witch couple reading with Brady. This one's pretty cool. This one's pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool. I agree. Okay.
I think it's funny.
What?
Stretch it in front of people. I don't care.
Let it out, baby.
I still-
He's in pain, you guys.
I'm old now. As soon as I hit my birthday, boom, blow my back. 3 days later.
I always blow my back sleeping wrong. I feel like I'm always like...
I think that's what led to it. 'Cause remember, it's been inching up on me for a couple days. I've been having the kids walk on me and shit.
Yeah. Oh. What are you feeling right now, Elizabeth? So, for you, so this talks about how you feel in the relationship right now for you and him, and then your intentions for the overall relationship for you and him. And then short-term outcome, long-term outcome, okay? So, the intentions, or I'm sorry, how you feel. How you feel about the relationship is there's a path forward you want to go down, but you don't feel like you can. You feel like it's being blocked or prevented, or like this isn't what we were going for. And honestly, we feel like kind of like we're not fully authentically being or living the relationship that we should be in. And I feel like not only do you feel prevented from the path, like in your material world, like of what you've envisioned, but like emotionally too, you feel kind of stunted or like it's a little difficult. Just wanted to tell you, you're 47. It's so fun. LOL. Just wait until you're 47.
Yeah, I'm
it's so
figuring by then I'll have some robot parts.
Dude, as soon as you get 30, every year is traumatic. Every year. Because you're like, oh, God, how does that break? Oh, God, how do I not feel
I'm just gonna
like everything?
I'm just gonna start 3D printing body parts, taking off what hurts.
Yeah. So your advice right now for how you're feeling about your relationship is you need to cleanse your energy. Oh, shit. And the other card says growing up. I just feel like this is a card I'd get. Like, motherfucker, I'm trying here. All right, but it says grow up. Wanting to grow and experience rejection of perpetual youth. Oh my gosh, you feel like you can't be in the fun, childlike energy anymore. Which is funny. It's almost like they're saying, yes, you can, but there needs to be like a balance. A little bit of maturity, a little bit of immaturity, you know? And they're saying cleanse some of these old energies that are holding you back and making you feel like you can't be or do everything that you want to be. Because you can. You just got to be real about it. Yep. Be upfront about it.
You can do.
Does that make sense, babe? His feelings for the relationship right now. Oh, well, I feel like he's resistant to learning the deeper lessons here that he needs to learn. Because he keeps avoiding kind of past mistakes. But I feel like something substantial right now is happening to him to make him look at it. To make him be vulnerable. To realize his impact. His part of the fucking puzzle, so to speak. And I feel like at the end of the day, he knows that you're everything he wants. And he's willing to do or learn or evolve in whatever way he needs to in order to be with you. I feel like I'm gonna burp. It's about a confirmation. Okay, anyways. I got, his advice is loyalty. Like, to understand that, you know, like, loyalty is not nothing. And that the fact that you two have stuck by each other's side is not nothing. And to remember that. And then the other card is forget who you are. which is letting that conditioning falling away, letting go of the past, letting go of the we're supposed to be, butthurt or hold on to this or be upset about that kind of energy, and realize that we're happy where we're at. We're happy where we're at. And that's his advice. Your overall intentions is to put an end to this because you're sad and depressed and you feel like you aren't able to take the action that you want in your life. Your advice is you have a bigger dream than the one that you're currently living, and you should be honest about that. Should be really about that. His intentions are you're his everything. You're the Empress. But next to the Empress is the Emperor in reverse. I understand that he is not doing everything he should because he's being a stubborn mofo and he thinks he's right no matter what. And there's no getting through to that. And I get that. I get that you are in between a rock and a hard place. Nick, thanks for the follow. Your advice here for him is he needs to understand that law is not justice. Relationships are not black and white. There is middle ground here, and he needs to be more kind. Less of this energy and more of this embracing and being open and emotional and vulnerable and talking and, more of that. Your short-term outcomes, as I feel like it's time to take a leap of faith. It's time to try something in a different way. Because at the end of the day, I am getting the Emperor and the Empress right fucking next to each other. I mean, this is a strong connection here. And I feel like a new opportunity could come, but it's up to you to get past your egos and allow it to happen. Your advice here is to have faith in yourself and in the relationship, and that you have some choices that you really need to make at this point. Your long-term outcome is you're going to rebuild your life. I feel like you're going to accept where you're at in life, and you're going to work on your course. You're going to set the new course. You're going to come up with terms and agreements. I feel like you're going to compromise, and you're going to figure out a place where you both feel a lot more comfortable. I feel like right now we're kind of just getting in our way because, well, we've given up. We as in you've given up because you're tired. And you've been trying for a long time. As I said up here, you're the one in the upright. He's the one in the reverse. You've been doing your thing, and you're sick of being put on the shelf. You're sick of wasting your energy and your efforts and not being appreciated for that. Understandably. But I do feel like there's a different way to approach this that could really be beneficial and help you both feel in your upright positions. I always say to the collective, if one of you is upright, the hope has not been lost.
Yeah.
It's when both of you are in reverse that it's a little dicey.
That's even just like us. Like, if as long as one of us is okay, like, has our head on straight, we're ready to kneel to the grindstone, like, one of us can always kind of, like, in a sense, carry the other one through it.
Yeah.
But when we're both down, it gets weird. Mm-hmm. It gets weird and quick. Like, because we're both not handling our own selves properly, so it gets hard to handle somebody else.
Yeah, it really does.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. What do you got?
I got all kinds of shit going on.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, so, for your side of things first, I do see a lot of wholeness. Like, I think you know what
After
you want,
paired.
and I think, in a sense, you know how to get it.
After paid readings, we do yes and no's. Sorry.
No,
I should type over here. I forgot I pulled it up so I could type.
But in that wholeness, like I said, I think that gives you a clear idea of what your goals are for your guys' relationship. And with that, after that, I see separation in reverse. So I think with the separation in reverse on this one, I feel like it's a little bit different than general. It's not just letting go of old shit. Like, I think it's almost like letting go of old grudges. Like, there's some things like you guys both need to forgive yourselves and each other for. I don't know what they are. I wasn't there.
I agree with that.
What I see for his inner world is he's going through a rough journey right now. I see the journey rune in reverse, but also I see possessions in the upright. So I think what's weird is even though he's having a rough go of it, I think he's still seeing things kind of paying off right now. So it might, in a sense, be slowing down his progress. It's kind of like a kid that gets what they want from throwing a fit. Not saying that's what he's doing per se, but they know that works.
No, I could see that.
This is what gets the wheels going. This is what keeps them getting what they want, in a sense. I think he's going to overcome that, though, because he's going to see that, like, nobody gets by like that for long. I don't think necessarily he's doing anything like this on purpose. I think it could just be an old habit, and eventually one day he's going to realize, like, oh, shit, this is impacting people. Like, I need to change this. So I think it's going to be kind of something like that. Like, maybe, like I said, maybe he's temperamental. Maybe he likes to throw a fit to get what he wants. And if that's the case, that's a hard road to hoe, but it's not exactly terrible for a good guy, though. Like, if it's a good guy who's just off his square, that's not a hard thing to bounce off back from.
What did you say? A hard road to hoe?
Hard road to hoe. Yeah.
Never heard that before.
Well, it's like it's a farming analogy. So like, if there's like
Like
rocks
gather,
in the way,
yeah.
shit like that. You know, it's like just that.
I like
you
that.
you can run 6 rows in a cornfield with your hoe and have no problems, and all of a sudden the next one's nothing but rocks and bullshit.
Yeah, no. It's a good analogy.
Yeah, I love that one.
It's
It's
good
an
one.
old school one.
Elizabeth, are you in here? I
no.
haven't heard her say anything this whole time, so I just want to make sure she's in here. You know, you can keep going.
Okay. For the outcome on your end, I see a lot of fertility and a breakthrough.
okay.
So I think you're willing to put into work. I think you are ready to do whatever it takes to kind of like help move this along as much as you can on your side. Like also like keep in mind not to cost yourself anything. You know, sacrifice right now is not an energy anybody needs because we're all going through shit right now. But I do see a breakthrough at the end, so I think you're going to see things differently. I do see a drastic improvement. I do see a big change, and I think a lot of light's going to come through the end. And a lot of that's kind of bouncing off what I see for his outcome. I think he's going to overcome this like lack of strength he's been feeling, because I have strength in reverse, but I also then have constraint in reverse. And when I see constraint in reverse,
Right,
it usually means like he's going to let go. He's going to pull down these walls. I think that's where the strength in reverse comes from. Right now he's got them up. He's got these shields up. That's probably his temper. Being the fact that I used to be a pretty temperamental guy and can be at times, like when you're not feeling right, it's kind of like you're a wounded tiger per se. Not to like make it grandiose or boost an ego, but that's kind of really what it is though, is when a tiger's wounded or it thinks it's going to die, it usually goes off on its own and tries to be left alone. And anything that comes close to it, like a tiger is most dangerous when it's injured or old. Because it knows its time is close and it's never going to let anything take it down easy. And that's how he's feeling. He feels like his time is up. He feels like he knows like there's something on the way. And it's probably everybody getting sick of this bullshit. He knows something is coming, so he's retreating. And he's ready to fight anything that gets too close to him right now. And he'll overcome it, though. Like I said, I think he's going to let go. He's going to come out of that cave. He's going to realize that that's exactly what he's doing, is he's hurting anybody who's trying to get close enough to help. But I think it might take a little way. It might take a little while. Because like I said, I see a journey. I see strength in reverse. So, I mean,
Am I rubbing off on you?
It's getting to him.
You said you might take a little way. That's something I would have done. Instead of while.
I meant, yeah, whoopsies.
No, you corrected yourself, but I was like, oh my god, he's talking like me now.
You've done it.
I know.
To me.
It's
infectious.
It's like when you're reading, it happens like the most.
Well, because you're kind of channeling as well as talking. Because,
yes.
like, you're thinking about what you're being told, but then sometimes, like, what you're being told is just coming out.
Coming the fuck out.
That's what I'm very, like, every time you guys think I'm mean to you, that's what happens. It's not me. Don't be mad at me.
I literally say that too. I feel possessed. That's what it literally feels like, though, a little bit.
I'm inherently an asshole, and I'm a champion of tough love. I'm sorry, guys.
I am not inherently an asshole. I swear to God, something takes over me, and it's like, that person has reached their limit. Go ahead and rip in. And I'm like, rah, rah, rah. I don't know. That's not me. It's not me.
If it makes you guys feel any better, I'm 10 times harder on myself than I am on any of you.
Do you have any questions, Liz? Zazzler? I love your nickname, or your screen name. On some resentment towards him, that it feels like that.
Yeah, that's why I said like forgiveness was one of the first things that popped into my head when I was looking at the rules.
Yes, Kim.
And like I said, for yourself, and he's gonna need to forgive himself too if he's gonna overcome it, because if he's sitting there fighting it like it never happened inside of his head, he's never gonna learn past it. But like I said, I have a lot of faith that he will.
Do you want to know the trick to this? The confusion and the holding on to resentment, because like I've been there 1,000 times, even if I'm being completely honest, a few times with Shiloh, but it's normally never their fault really, and even sometimes when it is their fault, at the end of the day we have to realize that the only thing we're in control of is ourselves, and we are the ones that are allowing upset, sadness, happiness, whatever, to flow in when it's flowing in. And I know we feel out of control, but that's not the reality. Yeah. The reality is we don't know how to self-soothe. Therefore, we are out of control. We want everybody else to make us feel better. If somebody else wrongs us, they need to make it right. But that's not the reality that we live in. They never wronged you. They did something where you felt wronged. That doesn't mean they actually wronged you. You just felt wronged. And so now it's about soothing yourself and figuring out, oh, I feel wronged. How do I make that feel better? How do I make that feel right? And like, that's really what you got to do, because at the end of the day, he's not responsible for how you feel. You are. And if he's doing things that are making it conducive so you aren't able to create happiness for yourself, like he just like literally slaps it out of your hands every time, then that's not him being very respectful of you. And if you haven't set boundaries, then you need to set boundaries. And if he's disrespecting those boundaries, then you need to get the fuck out. Those are the options. But like, resentment is so easy to build up because we don't want to say anything. We don't want to hurt their feelings. We don't want to do this. We don't want to make them think we're emotionally unstable or whatever it is. And so then we eat it and we eat it and we eat it until eventually we blow the fuck up or we do something rash.
Yeah.
And so we just need to take accountability, self-soothe ourselves. And it's not our job to make them take accountability. We either love them or we don't. We either love them unconditionally or conditionally. You know, these are the things that are in front of us, essentially. It's annoying, but it's true. It's just true.
And regarding that stuff you were saying about his family, even, like, one thing is, like I said, I can be a temperamental person. I actually hasn't seen me lose my temper with my family at all. And it's pretty much because...
Oh, with your family?
She's there. But one thing is she has seen me get quiet. She's seen me become reserved around them. Family can be very triggering because when it comes to family, part of the issue with my family is there's a lot of emotions I hold that I can't just, like...
let out.
Deal with all the time with them because of past issues. And it's not a resentment thing. That's not the case. It's just there are some situations that it's really hard to be comfortable with certain peoples in my family until we talk about it. Like, there are certain bridges that need to be crossed. Most of my family is very denial. No. They would rather not talk about it. Everything's fine. What are you talking about? We just sat and had a beer and didn't argue. That's not doesn't mean everything's fucking fine, dude. I can do that with somebody I hate off the street, too. Like, because I'm an adult. That has nothing to do with what we have going on. So... a lot of what he's dealing with, especially if his family's entwined, like, that sucks because it becomes a huge inner battle. Like, that's probably one of the main things I still struggle with constantly is my family, the state of it, how they trigger me.
But what do we focus on with your family when they're upsetting us? What do we do?
Depends on how they're upsetting us.
Every time we do the same thing. At the end of the day, it boils down to we go within, we talk about what's bothering us. Yeah. And we move on from it. We don't acknowledge it. We start working on our lives, on what we're doing. And we stop giving them the energy or the attention for whatever bullshit shit they're doing. We just stay away from it. We go do our thing, the family gatherings, you know. We feel a little off. We come home, we talk about it, and then we move on. And then we focus on our lives. And this is the answer in almost everything. When you're struggling in your partnership, your immediate response is, oh my God, are we okay? Is it okay? What can I do? Blah, blah, blah. And you're like smothering your partner. So now if something is wrong, it's more wrong. And they don't know how to make it right because they're feeling their feelings. Everyone's in chaos, okay? Yeah. The reality is when you and your partner are struggling, you need to go find something to invest in yourself with. So you need to go journal. Go on a motherfucking walk. Go do some cleaning. I don't know. Distract yourself and take some time to think with yourself so you can see what's going on with your life. But the reality is we don't take time to do that. We feel bad and we sit there and we ruminate on it doing probably nothing, just sitting, you know, and then we go and get in front of the person and then we're like biting our tongue and getting more mad because they're doing more things without even knowing it probably that are irritating us, you know, and different things like that. And so like it just builds and builds and builds. But if you go focus on yourself, all of a sudden your partner's realizing that you're building yourself up. You're focusing on positive things. You're in a good energy. They're going to want to match that. They're not going to want to sit here and continue to drag you down when you're improving upon yourself and they're sitting there looking like shit. That's not going to happen. You're going to improve upon yourself and it's going to motivate them to do the same. Then all of a sudden, all these adjustments that you've been working so hard at and trying to force creation and force adjustments just naturally fucking happen with like zero effort. All because you journaled or all because you went on a walk that day. You know what I mean? Like, literally, it's that simple.
Journaling can stop you from reacting on your emotions because you just log them in a sense. Like, so
I've let you read my journal, right? It's all bitching.
I've never wanted to.
My journal is bitching.
You've offered me. I never have.
I bitch. Because I don't want to say that stuff in real life because I don't really mean it. Yep. And normally I'm delusional and caught up in my own feelings, so I'm not being realistic about what's going on.
That's what starts my writer block.
I vent. I'm like, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm like, okay. And then I'm good. And not only that, but I normally know exactly how I'm feeling, what's going on with the situation, and I'm able to, like, evolve past it, you know? Oh, you're so welcome. Ginger, what kind of general did you want to do, babe?
We're throwing bones at Ginger.
I am hot.
It is hotter in our room than the rest of the house right now.
That's because it's like 100 degrees outside.
And the door's closed.
I was like, you could grab that one van if you want. Just a regular. Okay, girl. Hey, Alyssa.
What's up?
All right, Ginger. What do we need to hear in and around your world, my dear? Thank you so much for the rose, Zazzler. Well, Ginger, I got a Justice and the Ten of Wands in reverse right in the center of your reading. So to me, this is saying right away that everything is beautiful in your life. You're letting go of the burdens, the big bullshit that's holding you back, weighing you down. You're no longer stressing. I feel like you're letting go of time restraints even. More flow state energy. And you're feeling very, you know, on course as soon as all this kind of slides in together. I feel like your goal is to have your cup overflowing, and they're saying, babe, it is. It's literally overflowing so much. But your weakness is happiness. It's scary to be happy because when you're happy, you let your guard down and then boom, unhappiness, right? But they're saying that was your past, not your present. You got to let that die. You got to allow yourself to be happy. It's okay. You can be happy. Your strength is, I got the Emperor in reverse. Your strength is when you let go of control. When you stop forcing the outcomes. And I feel like you are good at this at times. They're saying it needs to be more of a overall life implement. It's not that you can't plan or organize or orchestrate things. It's just saying in a general sense, though, you should not probably be doing this. You are much more comfortable and happy when you're in flow state mode. Rather than like, here's my plan, and then like not hitting the deadlines and not getting it done on time. You know, it just creates a lot of stress for you. So, flow state. You know, loose goals and plans is more what I'm hearing. Your guides want you to know you're going through a big rebirth. There's an ending happening here at Scorpio energy. Death, rebirth, transformation. Bam. So I just feel like there's a lot happening and we're evolving through a lot, which is probably why you're feeling a little wonky. Your timing, though, is something needs to come to an end, but you don't want it to come to an end. You're being stubborn, my friend. Ultimately, they're saying you're trying to hold on to this because you think it's an essential part of the plan, but they're saying it's not. It's definitely not an essential part of the plan. You are actually, in fact, being stubborn because you think you're creating your destiny. And what did it say? Your strength is when you're not forcing the outcomes, when you're just letting it flow state. So I feel like you got to let that go. Your overall approach as of late has been feeling like you're not feeling valued. You're not feeling, but that's because you're not valuing you. You're not putting yourself at the forefront. You're still holding on to old things, trying to create old stuff. And they're saying, no, babe, it's you. You're the highlight. You need to put yourself at the forefront. Your outcome is the Four of Wands. Stability, domestic happiness, finally coming into, you know, the energy that you've been looking to be in the whole time. The funny thing, though, is that they're saying you're already kind of there. The only thing that's preventing you from fully seeing that or appreciating that is you and your stubbornness. I feel like this is me. I feel like this could be my reading. Let's give you some advice. What's a she need to do with this shit? I mean, probably not a whole hell of a lot because your outcome says, oh, so happy. Oh, so happy, Ginger. Ginger, you're here, right? Please tell me you're here. Honesty, calmness, irritation, and challenge. Your advice is to understand that there will always be challenges and things that irritate you, but to be real about them. To be upfront and open about, oh, okay. I don't know why, but when people aren't saying anything, it's really making me worry that you're not in the room. I don't know if that's the thing today, but anyways. But yeah, these challenges and these things that are irritating you, as long as you're dealing with them in an honest and real way, and you're handling it in a calm way, I feel like you're going to get the outcome that you want. But I feel like the universe is saying these challenges are going to continue to occur until you embrace this new beginning. Because like I said, there is something that needs to come to an end that you're not fully allowing to end. Whether this is just like your insecurities or like your old life, it could be a million different things. But whatever it is, we need to cut it out. Be honest about the shit that is catching you up and the challenges that you are going through. The people around you want to offer you support, advice, and love in these areas if you allow them to. What do you got?
Oh, a bad sitting option.
A bad sitting. You want that pillow?
No, that was hurting me before. So I moved it. I threw it on the bed.
Oh.
I banished it. So I have initiation, breakthrough. I have flow in reverse though, and then I have standstill. So I think, in a weird way, this is kind of an overall message between the four. I think it's saying like your initiation. You're not afraid to like take the first step and do something. You're not afraid to make the first move and try to like progress forward. But the issue is sometimes if you do that against the flow though, you come at a stop. Any momentum you move forward when you're moving against the flow, like you're just sitting still. Even if you think about it, like when you're swimming in a river against the current, like yeah, you're pumping out tons of calories, you're putting out all this work, and you are getting nowhere. So I think a lot of it is like if you feel like something is getting nowhere, it's probably because you're not supposed to be doing it. Like because since that initiation is in a sense like what I see as your strength right now, if it's not working out, you shouldn't be doing it. So like you should only be investing in things that are bringing you progress. So like I don't want to say now like sit there and if something's coming along slowly give up on it. Don't do that. Progress is progress. But if you see something that no matter how hard you're trying, you're just hitting the wall, like stop hitting the wall, more or less at this point.
Stop hitting the wall.
Yeah, walls are bad.
We don't like the wall. Oh, girl, do you have any questions for us? What do you got? What do you got for me, Ginger? You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Right, we got Kimber. For a relationship with Sterling, like in the future, like if they were already together, like what can she expect? Yay! Woo.
We made it.
We made it. We made it. Alright, what do we need to hear? It's going down. We're yelling Kimber. We're gonna make you your own song. Just play it every time you enter.
We already did.
Oh, confirmation, like a little laugh track. That's how you could be musically creative. You can make them all their own little like theme songs. So when we see them coming in, we can like hit the little button and it'll be like your little theme song.
Nicknames and theme songs?
She says she loves it. Let's go.
We do it like wrestlers.
Wrestlers.
Kimber from Parts Unknown.
Kimber from Parts Unknown. Exploring the deep psyche of every individual. Well, it all looks beautiful, as to be expected. Overall energy. I feel like the future that we're trying to build, you know, the partnership, all that shit, they're saying don't get caught up on that. Exactly. Like, I mean, like, what does it all mean? Where are we going? Who the fuck cares? Be here and here and now. Oh my God. Be here and here and here and here and now. And appreciate the, you know, the universe and how it got you here and how you have each other. And like, don't get caught up on what it all means or where we're going. Just be present and appreciate what it is. Okay. Anyways, your goal is you're the star. And I feel like, you know, wish fulfillment, hope, it's all here. Healing energy, beautiful. It's all here. And I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. Your weakness when you're together is stepping into your power. You're both going to be afraid to fully be in your power and be assertive. Well, because it's new and we're scared of each other. And oh no, what if our realness freaks them out, you know? But like, they're saying, no, be real. Like, I had Shiloh help me get roadkill off the road and then cut a heart out of a bird.
That was not weird. I grew up on a farm.
He goes, it was not weird. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to find your person and just be real.
Yeah.
Even though many people, probably even in this chat, would look at me for being weird. And it is weird in certain eyes, sure, whatever. But the point is that, like, that's who I am. I am weird. And so, like, I need somebody that can, like, see me being weird and still want to be with me. And, like, I feel like in the beginning you're going to be afraid to show your weirdness to each other because, well, you know, we don't want to freak each other out. But my strong suggestion is to just do it. We also spent the first, like, 2 months explaining in detail our flaws to each other.
Yeah. I don't know why we did that. We just naturally were like, okay, well, here's all my fucked up shit.
Yeah, we really did. We really did, though. And I honestly...
And neither of us really missed anything.
Appreciated it. Because every time we had problems in the future, we exactly knew what was happening. Because we were like, I got anger problems. I shut down and act like I don't want you to love me, but I really do. And so, like, we knew exactly what was happening when it, like, stirred up, you know? Just be real. We're all fucked up, okay? And so you got to find somebody who accepts you for your fucked up. And they can only accept you if you show it to them. So,
well, if you're pretending to be someone else, they don't really love you anyways.
Yeah. So I feel like there will be some weakness around that, but only because it means so much to both of you. So you're going to be really careful about, like, you know, putting your best foot forward. But your strength is when you're listening and trusting to your gut. However, I do feel like there will be some complications around that. Because, well, with all this new energy floating around, I don't think you're going to be on point with your intuition as much as you generally are. Or with the signs. I feel like there's going to be a lot of distractions and a lot of possible, like, detours that aren't actually detours, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to go off and spiral off on this one subject that has nothing to do with anything. You know what I mean? But, like, they're saying your gut is going to be leading you, but you're going to have a hard time trusting it at first. Your guides want you to know this is a whole new world, and be prepared to make mistakes, because you will.
Yep.
Both of you are going to.
Yep. It's going to be a little bit rocky, but the best ones are.
Yeah.
It's because it matters.
Your timing and his timing, lots of passion. I feel like you are so open-hearted and ready to go down this new emotional path. He feels so inspired and just, like, passionate, and, like, he's been missing this, like, spark of life for a long time. And so, like, when you two, like, meet, it's going to be, like, so intense, but almost like uncomfortably intense, because you're gonna be like, oh my god, what does this all mean, you know? Moving forward, I feel like you're gonna do your best to, like, show the lessons that you've learned from the past relationships and show how you've evolved, and you're gonna apply them to this relationship. His next step is he's gonna be worried that you're fake as fuck. Sounds familiar. I feel like sometimes when you say things, like, they're just like, nobody's healed like that, nobody's evolved like that, that doesn't happen, and then, like, you know, proof is where the pudding is, I guess. But at this point, we're talking about it, so he's kind of like...
Well, there's been times definitely with you where I thought you were just, like, placating me.
Yeah,
and
like...
you actually meant it. Like, you were saying something that mattered to you and was relevant.
So, like, when you're showing... Yeah, when you show that love, you know, they're going to have that, is this for another reason, or is this authentic, or whatever. He's going to have some worries because of his past, okay? But I feel like this is something that you're going to evolve and learn and adapt to really well. And this is just going to reinforce that, nope, I'm not a fake person. I'm real and I'm here. I'm here to stay. Your overall approach is, I feel like you might be a little tempted to rush things. Because, well, you're in a very stable long-term relationship. And so you might be tempted to rush things. Not necessarily, like, in the typical ways. But more like... rush things so you get back to your place of, like, fundamentally stable in your, like, material world, you know, your physical world. And I feel like you might push some agendas in that way. And they're saying try not to. Try to resist pushing that, because foundation like this is only built in time. And I was ranting about this earlier. Like, these things require a lot of effort. We can't fast forward, unfortunately, to end destination, or... you know, we're so happy we get each other so completely. Like, those things are developed. And so, like, don't rush that development. You will regret it later. And your end outcome is the Hermit. And the Hermit's all about going into that dark cave, finding their own passion, their own light, their own reason, you know, for life, gaining that wisdom, and then coming out to share that with everyone else. And I feel like that's your end outcome. You've been on a crazy journey. You're ready to share your life in a deeper way with somebody, with more wisdom, with more experience to be gained, you know, more growth. His overall approach, he straight up feels like he wished for you, because I feel like ever since you've experienced time together, he's been over there like, and then all of a sudden it happens, and so he's like, holy fuck, did I literally wish this into existence? And they're like, maybe. I mean, just kidding. Yeah, partially.
Manifestation's a real ass thing.
It is real. And outcome, though, victory, success. Like, he's got everything he's ever wanted, and he's so glad he led down this path with you. Overall energy between the two of you is, I do feel like you're not trusting your intuition fully in the beginning, and you are holding yourselves back out of fear. But that will be a short-lived obstacle that you will overcome. And then I got, should you be together, I got the Princess of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, this path is here. It's open. It's ready for you guys to take it. Bam. What do you got, babe?
Well, I definitely see a rough journey in the past for both of you. But I think once you kind of, like, cross this threshold, it's going to, like, end that, in a sense, chapter. But I do see it walking right into defense. So kind of like what Ashley was saying, I think you're both going to have your guards up in the beginning, obviously. It's a new relationship. You guys are both going to be looking for red flags. I mean, you know, it's typical. It's good. It's responsible, in all fairness.
It's responsible, yeah.
But also, after that, I see wholeness, though. So I think once you two really do kind of figure out that, like, this is the real deal. No one's playing any fucking games. There's no bullshit. Everybody's just trying to actually be happy. Yeah. And I think that's where the big change comes in. I think both of your outlooks on life is going to improve. I think both of the way you guys see things is just going to... it's going to hit different.
Yeah.
You know? It's just going to hit different now.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, that big change is kind of the big one here, too.
Oh.
For some reason, it's really ripping at me. Like, I think that's really going to be it. I think there's a lot of stuff that you both feel is lacking, and I think at the end of this trip is when, like, you'll feel that change. In a sense. Not at the end, but I mean, like, at the end of, like, the journey part of it, before it becomes, like, your path.
I forgot to pull your advice cards. I'm sorry, did you read them? I forgot to pull your advice cards, and it was energy, clear sight, and flexibility. So there's lots of energy and passion and energy
I was
and
waiting
passion.
for that. That hasn't come up yet.
And it did once already. And then clear sight, which is just saying, like, you already know exactly how this is all going to unfold. So you have exactly all the answers. You have all the maneuvers. Not only do you have the wisdom, but you have the knowledge to back up everything else. So, like, they're saying, don't forget to, go with the flow, be flexible, be open, and, and love all of this for every moment that it gives you, because it's going to be a fun ride, honestly.
Yeah.
I really think you're going to have a good time. I caught it earlier. Oh, shit. See? Close heard me. I absolutely love this. So motivating for me to start moving forward. Heck yes, girlfriend.
That's what we're waiting
Start
for.
close. You're next. And do you have any questions, Kim? I was supposed to ask you if you have questions. It's almost because I feel like you're beyond my questions most of the time. Or beyond questions for me. See? No questions. No questions. Okay. Perfect. Great. I'm so excited. I can't wait until I hear more of this unfolding.
I know. Season 2 of Kimber.
Season 2. Kimber and Sterling. Origin stories. Okay, what do we need to hear for the week ahead for Star Close? What's today? Oh yeah, it's Monday. I can't wait for the next season also. Oh shit!
Hey, didn't Kim do a week ahead?
What?
Didn't Kim do a week ahead?
Yeah, she did, but then she switched it.
Okay.
She was being silly.
My ADHD doesn't let me remember things.
It happens to me too sometimes. I get all distracted. I've given out free readings before because they've talked to me about what they wanted and then they bought it and I forgot what they said and then I just go off what I'm seeing. Oh my god. Yeah. ADHD, it's a bitch. Alright. Dude. Your advice cards for all week look very, very nice. So that's a good one. Okay, Monday. Holy shit. Let's go. Okay, Monday. I've got for your tarot. I've got the Devil upright, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Four of Cups in reverse. I feel like the devil that you need to face right now that's knocking on your door is self-MNF in love. Yeah, I just feel like you really need to take care of yourself right now. Which you are acknowledging this, and I feel like you are doing, because the devil's upright, so you're facing that bitch. And then I got the Four Cups in reverse. To me, it's just saying, as soon as you give yourself some of this attention that you're needing, a lot of your issues and worries and concerns are just going to melt the fuck away. I've got cleansing. I feel like it's important to cleanse today. Make sure, take a cleansing bath or shower or maybe smudge it out or, go ground your energy. Either way, I feel like clearing out today is going to be really important for you. Tuesday. We'll let him go a second. No, actually, I want you to go with me. What do you got for Monday?
Project backwards. Boom. Monday, we're going to show less constraint. We're going to stop. I'm assuming it's like starting off the week, ready to kind of stop relaxing, maybe? I don't know. So you're going to stop holding back from something today, though. Or you need to let go of something today. Maybe that's it.
You need to let go of the neglect.
Yeah. Let go. Something that's holding you back, though, from that self-care, I think, is really it. That's where you need to let go. Whatever is really stopping you from worrying about your damn self.
Steven.
I don't know, Steven.
I know Steven.
I wasn't there.
Tuesday, you're going to come out of your ivory tower and you're going to go get your hands dirty and you don't give a fuck what anyone else says about it. You're closing out old chapters once and for all. I feel like you might start your day a little confused, but that will melt away soon enough. I feel like your advice for Tuesday is to be honest AF. Is it killing your back sitting in the chair?
I'm gonna take it out in a second.
You're gonna stand?
I'm gonna crouch or something weird. But we'll make it work.
Just push it back, because I don't want
Oh, I guess, yeah. I could probably lean on it too.
So yeah, honesty. I feel like being real with what it is that you want, what it is that you're after. As long as you're speaking your truth, it's going to allow you to let go of some of these insecurities and work through them and finally put this behind you once and for all. I know, Ashley. I know.
For Tuesday, I see Joy in reverse. It's kind of like that. Like, I think it's going to be a rough day just because it's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday is like the worst day of the week because it's still the beginning of the week, but it isn't the start.
Is that your official opinion?
It
I've
can
never
be
heard
at
you say
times.
that before. That's funny.
It really can be. Like, even when I, like, 'cause Monday, it's weird. Monday when I would go into work, I'd be like, urine, ready to go. But usually the disappointment of Monday leads to the shitty day.
Monday you'd be like, what?
Urine, ready to go.
Oh, I thought you said urine, ready to go.
That
And I was
sounds
like,
wild.
whoa.
What kind of job did I have?
What?
I wasn't
You're
there.
like urine, ready to go. That's what I totally thought you said.
No, urine ready to go like on Mondays. I don't know. I've
No,
a
I know,
positive
I know.
outlook to the work setting, though. So like I'm kind of an anomaly when it comes to people, but like I usually
Yeah.
get excited on Mondays to get going because the weekend like I've been feeling antsy.
You're ready to get out. Go see your
Yeah,
peeps.
that's probably it.
That's exactly what it is. That's why I was excited to go back to work.
Yeah.
But then after work happens for a while, then you're like ready to go back home, you know?
So Tuesday, like I said, Mondays generally are disappointing, even though you're always excited for them because it's a Monday. So that's your Tuesday vibe, I think.
Wednesday, you're going to be vulnerable as fuck and let something go in your life that's been holding you back for a long time, and it has to do with your past. I feel like once you do this, you're going to feel like you're on cloud nine. You're going to be honestly feeling more empowered emotionally, more in your comfort zone, like more true to you, you know? And your advice is accept this. Don't go digging through that trash looking for those old pair of shoes you threw out. You threw them out for a reason, okay? Let it go and accept it. Being gone. Didn't mean the eye roll. Left my ass. Sure you didn't.
We seen it.
Everything
You're so
happens.
close.
Everything happens for a reason. So close.
And then I have possessions on Wednesday, so maybe it's payday. Maybe you're gonna come into some weird new way of thinking. I think that's really it. Like she was saying, you're gonna let go of some old shit, and it's gonna open up for this abundance. So like Wednesday, you're gonna have a lot coming in. I think you're gonna feel a good mood shift on Wednesday.
Yeah, I agree. Agree. Thursday, you're being stubborn about an emotional lesson. You're feeling more inspired, but you're investing your energy inappropriately. I feel like Thursday you're going to compromise yourself in a way that like, well, I'm going to do this because like, to me this is feeling like, how do I say this? Like, I'm not going to hang out with you unless, you know, you make me a priority. And then like 2 days later, they're like, hey, let's hang out. And you're like, okay, I'll hang out with you because I don't like being alone. So let's hang out. You know, it's something like that. It's like, you need to stop investing in these energies. Even though you feel excited about it, it's not good for you. It's taking energy away from you. And your advice card is release. So, let it go.
Well, then for Wednesday, or Thursday, my bad. I have the harvest rune, so like with that, I think it's like pay attention to what you're doing on that day because good or bad seeds still grow. So like just kind of keep an eye on that, you know, like are you growing something edible or are you growing thistle, you know?
Shit. This is so funny. Friday, I feel like luck is spinning on your favor, but you're not feeling it. You're not feeling that way because you're lacking confidence over your decision to put something to the behind you. And I feel like this is whatever you released the day before. You're going to be sitting here like, oh my God, did I do the right thing? And you're going to be second guessing yourself and you're going to want to go back to this ending. And they're saying, let it die. Let it fucking die. Yeah. Your life is literally going so much better. This reminds me of Lily. This literally reminds... Okay, I have no idea if this has anything to do with you, but this reminds me of what's going on in a friend of mine's life. Okay? I feel like you have everything you have wanted, but you cannot let go of this past stupid baggage because you think for some reason that it is your responsibility to take care of this other human that is a piece of fucking shit and should be nowhere near you. And you keep making it your problem. And by doing that, you are blowing up left and right opportunities that are trying to come into your life because you are sacrificing all of it for this piece of shit person that doesn't deserve anything that you have, you know, like any part of you. And like for her, it's a parent, you know, and so she feels this responsibility for her kids. But the reality is, it is not her job to make the other parent be a parent.
You know, part of the difference.
That's their job.
Part of Lily's problem. Every time she calls, Lindsay answers.
Uh-huh.
There's a consistency there that Lily doesn't find with everybody else, and that's what, good or bad, that's what she's looking for. I almost guarantee she's texting Lindsay today.
And I'm going to guess that's probably exactly why you're doing it, Sarah, is because it's some kind of consistency. It's some kind of, they're always available, even if it's not the greatest. And you got to stop. And you got to stop questioning whether you're making the right choices. And I know we all ultimately do this because we think we're going to die the fuck alone. And we think that there's no other option out there for us. So we settle. And they're saying, stop settling. You have worked so hard just to go settle for something far less than what you are deserving of. And so, anyways, I might have had some of that passion from a friend, and I'm not sure exactly how much that correlates to your story, but I know it has a little bit to do with your story. And so, let it go. Let it go. Stop letting that person ruin, you know, your life.
I kind of did like that, like right before we got together, like when I stopped basically even having any relationships, because I realized everyone I was dealing with, especially the one that kind of made me realize, was like, I just have another spoiled princess on my hands. I'm like, sure, do I want to be alone? No.
And I am a spoiled princess.
This is
but I don't expect him.
Princess.
I am a little bit, but I don't expect him to spoil me. See, that's the difference. Is I appreciate any kind of spoilage you give me, but I am not making him do it.
That's true.
I spoil myself if I feel the need. You know what I mean?
Usually when I
a lot, actually. I knew it did. I knew it did. Sorry, continue.
Sometimes that booty call needs to stay just that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, cool thing is Friday, I see self. So I think whatever it is that you're going to deal with on Friday, as weird of a day as it might be, I think you're going to become really enlightened, though. I think you're going to kind of, like, align yourself by the end of the day, though. I think everything's going to kind of click into place, and you're like, well, fuck it then. This is what it is. Let's roll. And you're going to be just fine.
And show gratitude.
Indeed.
I know you're lacking confidence if you made the right decision, but know you made the right decision. And show gratitude for the new place that you're in. Be grateful that you made the choice to walk away from this and that you're not stressed out and burdened. You know, Saturday.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, Kimber. Love you. Saturday, we are trapped in old past patterns or behaviors, and we're going to bring a lot of attention to healing this on Saturday, because you're going to go through a wild transformation. You're going to force your fucking self to figure it out. I feel you, just like me. Bitch, we're getting to work, and we're not leaving until it's done. Yep. That's what it feels like on Saturday. We're fucking figuring this out. And I feel like you're noticing the disconnect. You're noticing where you're not showing yourself the love that you should. Confirmation. And it's going to put you in this position where you're feeling much better. Your advice is you're going through a huge rebirth. Embrace it. Embrace it.
Yep, that rebirth energy is definitely strong, because I have gateway in reverse, which usually means, like, you've kind of already come to a conclusion by Saturday. Like, you already kind of have made a decision, but you're looking back on it.
Maybe that's exactly why. Myrtle Beach, you're walking away from your old life and you're saying, like, you're never going to look at it again.
Yeah.
And Myrtle Beach is that gateway.
And the gate behind you is just that. You already were there.
You don't need to be there anymore.
Right. You're somewhere else now.
You're somewhere else.
You walked through a gate. So, you know,
Ciao.
Don't look behind, because there's no reason. That's what I see.
You know, and it's funny because you can look behind, but don't live behind. Don't live behind. When we look, a lot of times we get all trapped up in that scenario and then we start living it. Yep. And that's the problem. Remember your life. That's what taught you things, but like, don't live in it.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of one thing, kind of where I'm going. I'm not saying like, don't like, I'm not saying ignore your past.
Well, that's what I was hoping.
But like, don't stare there though. It's just like when you're driving a car. If you're looking behind you, you're gonna crash.
Yes.
Eventually, you can look back. You can check your mirrors.
Yes, but don't fixate.
Right, don't take your eyes off the road.
Yeah. Keep your eye on the prize, girl. Okay, Sunday.
Monster truck right
I've got the death card in reverse, rebirth energy coming right after on Saturday, saying you're going through a rebirth, so great. You're embracing the rebirth by Sunday. You're feeling more in control of your fucking emotions, and not everything has happened yet, but you're ready to watch it all grow and come into place. Your advice is growth. You are growing, and it's going to feel good, honestly.
I have defense on Sunday, so I think you're gonna put the right guards in the right places on Sunday.
Boundaries.
And it's gonna help you stand up in a sense. Like it's gonna be like putting down foundational bricks
Mm.
in a way.
Yes.
For some reason, I keep picturing sticks though. I don't know why, but like it's almost like one of those elevated things like that I see. I don't know why I kind of see that as the defense. Maybe it's like a rise above analogy. Like you're gonna like remember all your old shit. You're gonna rise above it, and then you're gonna build a house there. So like I'm kind of picturing like you ever see those houses on like the Amazon River, when the tide's out, they're like 30 feet in the air on top of these big stilts. But then when the tide's in, and they're like 6 inches off the water.
Sage won't wake up and clean.
Wake up.
She fell asleep on purpose and now she's faking.
Oh, calm down, calm down.
Okay.
I'll go hang on. Relax. So I think, in a sense, for that is kind of a good thing to do, though. It's time to start putting those posts down because, just like that tide, the past is going to come and go. It's going to affect you, and it's not. So if you have a house built high enough above the tides, you can stand out on the porch and enjoy the view of the new river front yard you have.
Yes.
And then once the tides go out, you can go down and start reaping the benefits again.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to go handle these monsters, baby biscuits.
Okay. We've got Lauren and Brody for a gypsy.
I will be back post-haste.
Post-haste. You're welcome, Sarclose. Do you have any questions?
Oh, I'm tripping over Sarclose. He's over here in the bushes.
I'm here. I got you, girl. No questionos. Okay, girlfriend. I had somebody giving me shit that I don't answer questions for my readings. A friend of mine was like, yeah, you're just kind of like popcorn. You like just give out quick information and stuff. And, I'm more like, I'm trying to answer questions. And then I gave her like a reading, like one of my live readings. And I was like, do you have any questions? And she was like, no, I guess you don't really leave room for questions. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. And I was like, yep. It's just called a skill for a reader. Sorry, it doesn't take me 2 hours to get my point across. What the fuck? People are wild. Wild. Alright. What do we need to do here for Lauren and Brody? What's going on in these peeps worlds? Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Mars, thanks for the follow. I know. I honestly, it was so funny too, because normally I would totally get offended about something like that, but I didn't. I didn't at all. It was weird. Is this what it's like to feel healed? I was like, girl, please. I was like, and normally the questions that get asked are kind of questions that had nothing to do with the reading. Brady. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I say Brody? I apologize. Let me ask my cards if I should reshuffle.
I had Monkey step on me since she's a lot meaner to me than you are. And she kind of fixed me a little bit.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to reshuffle them and do them again since I said the wrong name. I just want to make sure.
Who are we throwing out?
Brady and Lauren. Inner and outer worlds.
Brady and Lauren. Cool names. Brady, that's a cool name. I don't know why, but I've always liked that name.
All right, Brady and Lauren. Brady and Lauren.
Brady. I can sit so low now. Look at this.
You feel much better now?
I feel 10 years younger.
Oh, good. I'm
Still
glad.
sore from it. Probably first step on me again for a leash, but
You should probably put that ice pack on there. Get some of the stress swollen muscles down.
I think it's just a disc. I think I slip discs all the time because as soon as it popped, I instantly felt better. So I really think that's just it. I think just having my discs pushed out.
Even if it's the disc, though, there's still inflamed muscles around it and stuff.
That's fair.
Ugh.
I hate the cold.
I know. Didn't that biofreeze help, though?
Yeah.
That stuff ices it, too. But it's not physical cold. Okay, Inner World for Lauren and Brady. Not Brody. Sorry. Inner World. The railroad forecast a long journey. And I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. This is on your side. It could be both of you together, but I feel like it's on your side. Long journey. And it's attached to the other card that says change of residence for the better here in your near future. So there could be some kind of journey in association with moving. There could be some kind of big change coming on the horizon. And it is on your side. It doesn't mean necessarily that this is only impacting you. However, it is definitely impacting you. The ring to the right of a person, indication of a rich and happy marriage, which it is to the right of you guys. And it's above him. So I think there might be a proposal in the near future if you're not already engaged. Could be something like that. Roses indicate beauty and rugged health. I feel like there's a lot of attraction here in your relationship. The rod predicts family quarrels. And this is right next to him. So he might be having some relationship struggles, some difficulty in and around his family life, relationship struggles with his family. There might be. Future is up in the air as my parents are getting divorced. Oh my goodness. Why would that impact your relationship? Oh yeah, we are still friends, but he confessed he has feelings. Oh yeah, he definitely has feelings. The pig, whether near or far, is an omen of phenomenal luck. I feel like bringing abundance, honors, basically being able to get what it is that you want. And this is on his side. So I feel like he's aiming to achieve a relationship with you, and he's getting what he wants. Oh, for moving. Okay. The clover is a bearer of good tidings. There are no clouds near it. So yeah, just blessings. Good, beautiful things are coming into your life in this partnership if it goes the way you want it to. The wine is a symbol of cheerfulness and gaiety. This is right underneath you. I feel like he makes you feel like a little kid again, like a teenager, you know, like smitten. I love that. Clouds with the dark side towards the person indicate the divorce. Bright side, domestic happiness. You've got the bright side towards you guys. It's facing both of you. So I feel like this would be a really positive, happy relationship. Oh, thank God. I've been trying to manifest for us. Oh, yeah. I think both of you are. The tower surrounded by clouds denotes sickness and enough adjoining death. Oh, why do I keep getting these cards? Okay, somebody might be sick in or around your guys' lives. Somebody close to one of you, probably more likely you. And there could be a loss here coming. But you did say your parents are getting a divorce, so maybe this is like the death of... My grandpa is dying. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Okay, so I feel like there is some of that. But I feel like he's going to be rock solid for you during this time. And honestly, this will probably be the thing that helps bond you two. Unfortunately, trauma bonding is real and impactful and intense. And it's a good thing sometimes. It's meaningful. Yeah. So now that's your inner world. What are you picking on, inner?
Well, I see a spiritual warrior in reverse, so I feel like you're kind of feeling defeated in a lot of different ways, which is understandable given what sounds like the circumstances are right now. I do see a partnership, so like that's a change, like a union for sure.
I see that too.
And I see constraint though, so it's kind of like
home.
Yeah, I think it's like you are holding back though, and that's kind of what's holding back your possessions. Because after that, I have possessions in reverse, and then I have opening in reverse as well. So like, I understand the uncertainty of your like home life right now might make it hard to, in a sense, make what you see as long-term decisions, but this doesn't necessarily have to be a long-term decision. Like, holding yourself back and not enjoying your experience because of somebody else's is going to hurt you in the long run. So, like, even if you do wind up, in a sense, having to move...
Did you see that?
I saw what happened. It just loosened up there. I gotta tighten it back up. But I think even if you do move or something, like, you guys both might regret not taking this further. And then you'll never have the chance.
So yeah, I just like literally take my finger and like put a rubber band in, and then stripe it, finger, rubber band. That's it. They're just bubble braids. We're also LDR, so we might get closer. I don't know what that means.
Long distance relationship.
Oh.
I mean, they definitely could be that way. I mean, I definitely think if you guys don't act on this, you're gonna miss out on it.
Yes.
And do it now while you're close, because it sounds silly. And I'm not usually a guy like to say something like this, but it's like, if you guys want the chance to be physical, this is it.
And long-distance relationships are incredibly under the gun right now. They are already difficult to begin with. But right now, astrologically, with what's going on with the weather forecast, I feel like it is intensely difficult right now for a long-term relationship, especially if you're not prioritizing like seeing each other and getting together on a regular basis. So understand you're in that realm with that. Outer world, though, what I've got is the key nearby is a certain augury of success. There are not surrounding unlucky cards. So yeah, so I feel like in your external world, success is coming for you guys. The Scythe says that there's going to be something that's kind of disappointing for you on your end of the thing, but it's mildly disappointing. Don't let it get the better of you. I feel like, yeah, just don't let it get the better of you. Oh, okay. So I've got another card on his side of the tracks now, indicating death, too. This could be the death that he already experienced, or maybe even the death that he's going to experience with you. Either way, there's definitely an indication that you guys are going to be going through some struggles with loss with people. The flames, though, neutralize any negative, unlucky lying cards, and the only one that's really unlucky that's lying next to it is the family quarrels and the death card. So there is a possibility that this can be kind of avoided. The gravity of this effect might not be as big as we think. The letter is a good sign of tidings. It is distant, but it just means those positive, good tidings are going to take a little longer to come in, and that's probably because of your literal distance. Grandma also just died. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, for real. The fish is an emblem of riches. But if distance, it can say that there's some failure in or around finances, some disaster. This is on his side of the track, so there might be some unexpected financial kind of hit or a bill. What?
Might become too expensive to visit per se.
Oh yeah, like he might not be able to financially really afford visiting or something at this time. The bride ensures a person's fulfillment in their highest aims, but it is distant, which can signify a turbulent married life. To me, this is like turbulent relationship, and I feel like the relationship will only be turbulent because of the distance.
It happens whenever you thump on the desk.
No, because that's on that, completely disconnected from the desk. That's weird. It's moved twice now.
Yeah.
Our mic is just sitting here, and it's just moving randomly by itself, like to the side. It's like going to like for no reason. There's nothing on it. It's weird. Maybe one of the grandparents are saying hello. But he does have a sister in New York, so it makes it a little easier. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's in the Midwest, and I'm in New Jersey. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like the distance is going to make some difficulties. The shepherd indicates intense love and long fellow feeling. I feel like there's a lot of love here. He feels very drawn to you and vice versa, as he's mentioned. The book, I feel like is going to give you some clarity on some of these questions that you're having. You're going to maybe get some resolution as to why some of his energy is the way it is. You might not like all these answers, but you will get them. Mm-hmm. I feel like the fox in close proximity argues distrust of acquaintances, distant less danger. Okay, there's somebody in your life that probably doesn't have the best energy towards you in this relationship. So just be aware of that. They're far away though, so I don't think this is going to be a big problem. The mouse denotes theft, but okay, so the mouse is indicating you're going to lose something and you're going to feel like it was taken from you, but I don't feel like this was taken from you. I feel like this was
I think that's like,
what am I trying to say?
She moves, I think it might kind of feel like.
No, I feel like this is like you will have to give up things in your life that you won't have anymore in order to be with him. So like if you move, maybe you have to give up, your favorite job, or maybe you have to sell your car, or like, something stupid like that. But I do definitely feel like there's going to be some losses here if this relationship goes forward. Not in necessarily a bad way, just in like, that's just what's fucking happening. The bear is a sign of successful speculations. I feel like everything you're assuming right now is pretty dead on. I feel like his feelings are all right. You have some fears boggling around there. Those aren't necessarily dead on, but I feel like a lot of your feelings are. I also feel like there's something about, like, have you been honest with him about your feelings and what you want? I already know who that is. Okay. A lot of anxiety. Have you... So you have told him how you felt? And what you want? I have been very forward about how I feel. Neglected and stuff. But you guys aren't in a relationship, so how can you feel neglected by him? And how I did have feelings. See, to me this feels like a little bit like, and I don't think this is your deliberate intention, but like when we're juggling around with like feeling neglected from like a friendship or something like that, you're putting a lot of pressure on somebody for a role they're not even in yet. No, like, so pretty much he makes promises but then doesn't follow through. Promises like what? Promises like what? Only because I feel like there's a lot of positive hope here, but things need to desperately change. I feel like you need to make adjustments to move, which is right above your head right away. It's already saying in your inner world, I don't know if you're thinking about moving, to hang out, to talk, to hear me more, etc. Okay, this is difficult. You guys are in a long distance relationship. I can't tell you how many friends of mine I've been like, I'll call you tomorrow. Or I'll call you as soon as I'm done work. And I never fucking do. And you want to know why? Object permanence. It's not the fuck in front of my face, so I forget about it. And it's not because I don't love these people. It's not because I don't care about these people. It's not even because I don't want to talk to them. It's because I literally just fucking forgot. Or I got distracted. Somebody showed up in my house and fucking like do. And now all of a sudden, you know, I'm like, fuck, it's been 8 hours after I was supposed to talk to this person. And object impermanence. But anyways, if somebody were to tell me, like, you don't care about me or I feel neglected, I would be very upset because I do care for them and I'm not trying to neglect them. And I'm sorry I don't have all the time in the world, but I have a life here that I have to live. And this is who I am. I'm imperfect. I will tell you what I want, but maybe not all the time will be able to hold up to my side of the deal. And it's not because I don't want to, and it's not because I shouldn't. Or I shouldn't be accountable or something like that. But I feel like these are like character traits that we have to find acceptance in others for, because, you know, it's not something they're trying to do. It's not something they're trying to upset you with. Because it's all of his ideas. Great. The next time he goes, hey, we should talk in an hour, be like, we'll see. If you're available and I'm available, we'll see. I don't want to get my hopes up anymore. You don't have to say I'm neglected, though, or that I feel like you're doing this or that or the other thing wrong. You know, all you have to say is, we'll see. You set up a new boundary now, so your hopes will not be dashed anymore, and we can go along with life.
That's what I would say. You need to set the pace then.
It is frustrating because you're making your life dependent on his.
Yep.
It's frustrating because you're waiting for him, and you can't be waiting for nobody, bitch. Not nobody.
What I see here.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. We got very distracted.
I have initiation, partnership, but I see also joy in reverse. So, I think without initiation, you won't have a partnership. But I also think if you go ahead with the partnership, you guys are both going to feel certain types of frustrations. And you have to realize whether or not you're going to be able to deal with that. So, like, say he is just kind of a distant type person. Or say this is a pattern of behavior for him in general. Like, is this going to be something you're willing to tough it out for in the long run? You know, this might be this inconsistency. Him saying, let's do this, and then not wanting to, like, is that going to be a forever thing? And if that's the case, are you going to be willing to, like, tough it out while he grows out of it?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, it's annoying. But honestly, I feel like the universe has got a lot of good things stacked in your favor here.
Yeah, I see that.
You know? And so if we can just get past our bullshit and our ego, which is really the thing that gets hurt when we're not feeling valued, then I feel like you could have something really beautiful here. But it's definitely something that you're going to have to allow to have some time, because we got some things we got to work through, like our distance being one of the biggest ones.
I feel like hearing that he's in therapy, though, that's
It
always
was really
helpful
open to me. Oh, God. I feel like that. I feel like he's open and, like, really embracing kind of the opportunities here. Oh, my God, it's a monkey. She's come out of her cave. She came out, you guys. She's coming out. She wants the world to know. She's ready to let it show. No, you can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. the fucking room needs. Excuse me.
You're gonna get banned.
I say fuck all the time. But I was about to swear at my kid, and all of you guys' perception of me was about to be destroyed. You better fucking make sure that their room's clean. I'm just kidding.
Yo.
They're cleaning their room, and sometimes it's never even that bad, but it's always like this ordeal. And so they're not allowed to have their blessings in life until they clean up their mess.
I am free.
I'm a Virgo. I can't handle this.
It's too much.
Yeah, I'm just trying to space myself away from him so I don't get so attached. Nope, that's not the right answer. We're allowed to get attached. We're not allowed to get dependent. So you can be attached to him. He needs to feel that energy. He needs to feel that you're interested. You know what I mean? But you don't want to become dependent on him. There is a difference between attachment and dependency. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Billy, I've seen you join. But yeah, I feel like it's more about that. It's more about the dependence and less about the attachment. Because when you attach yourself to something, like I just attach myself to this card, you can detach at any time. But if I'm dependent on this card, I will never let go of it. It will be with me forever. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, it's kind of like that. No, yeah, I mean, I express the interest a lot. I just worry he doesn't like it. Oh, maybe being more emotionally reserved at times might be beneficial. But I don't think, like, detaching is the best. I attach is good, but just being, not needy. I know this is like, it's annoying because like pay attention but not too much attention. Touch them, but only with your fingertip at 12 o'clock and 1 p.m. and anything outside of that they'll turn into a gremlin. I get it. It's so annoying because in order to be balanced, everything has to be balanced, and so it's just like, too much of anything is not good. So there's got to be a little bit of it, but not a lot of it. But not just one area, all the areas. And so it's really difficult to like try to juggle that and balance it all out. It's very difficult. I just don't want to depend on him for my happiness. Now that's fair. Your goal or any of that should never be outside of yourself. So he should not be your goal. You shouldn't need to depend on him. It's okay to attach to things, but it's not okay to depend on things. So yeah, you're 100% right. Exactly. I don't want to be needy, so I text him sometimes. But he doesn't say that he wants to. I know, it's so hard. Because if you don't initiate enough, then they lose interest because they get distracted and they find something, distracting. But it's a delicate balance. I would say checking in at the end of your day saying like, oh, thinking of you, hope your day went well, talk soon. Like shit like that, beautiful. You're not in this like codependency energy or this desperate energy, but you're in an attached, hey, I like you, I'm thinking about you, but I'm still living my life over here, love you, goodbye. Yeah, I have a mistress relationship that kind of talks about if anyone's being unfaithful, if you want, Billy. No, he does want to initiate. He's just so ADHD. Object permanence is very much an issue then. But yeah, no, it's a tricky bitch. It's a tricky bitch. 100%, I agree. I get it. The mistress read, I think it's 40. Mistress. Sorry, my daughter just it sounded really ridiculous. You just made me sound very ridiculous. Mistress. 30. I lied. It's 30. I looked it up and it's 30. He told me how he has a hard time planning for things and he generally wants... Oh yeah, Shiloh too. Shiloh's the exact same way. Shiloh will come up with like a million plans and then not be able to do them and then be frustrated about it, but then like get upset when it's too according to plan because it needs to be a little like... Anyways, I feel like this is like genuinely an issue for people with ADHD. They just can't do everything they want to do, and it really frustrates them. And he says how he's very interested in my life and enjoys our combos a lot. And I don't doubt that. I think that is a genuine statement. So just be in the moment. If we're talking, we're talking. If we're not, we're not. It's fine. That's what I would suggest at least at this point. And as far as the relationship goes, I just make it clear that you're willing to, make compromises in your life to see that work out in the end. Show them that is your interest. And he says how he's very, but when I expressed I just want more consistency, he was very open and it was honestly refreshing. I feel like this guy is willing. It's not that he's trying to be an ass. I don't feel like that at all. I feel like, yeah, it's just baggage and his ADHD. Oh, sorry. Okay. But yeah. All right, guys. My list, I think, is finally open. I can do a few yes or no's and some card pulls if you would like. For my subscribers, have the yes or no's. I got ADHD and it's really is so difficult to do things and get things done. Yes. Me and Charlotte both have it. We get it. We get it. Sania, I've got intuition. You need to trust yourself right now. I feel like from the spread. Wait, what? Do you see us getting together from the... Oh, honestly, yeah. If you want to get together, you can get together. I see you moving. And I see a happy domestic partnership. So, yeah, I think you definitely, I think this relationship will be going in the right direction for sure. Sally, I got privacy. You're being too private. You're hiding your real feelings, which is why they're so overwhelming when you finally have a minute to yourself. They're saying, be real, be hurt, be vulnerable. It's okay. Life has ups and downs. And if we're in a down, we're in a fucking down. You don't need to hide your feelings from the rest of the world. I feel like that's what's making it so difficult to experience your feelings right now. Susan. Lyrics threw it at me. Susan, acceptance. This is about accepting who you are, where you are, and what you are. And what you bring the effing table. I'm also hearing like you're a pivotal part of the puzzle, man. Without you, the rest doesn't work. And you need to see that. You need to realize what an impact you have. That was for Susie.
Yep, I have fertility. So that means what you're putting in the ground is growing, homie. Like, make sure you keep putting in this work because it's all going to pay off in the future.
Would therapy be beneficial for David and Elizabeth? Intuition was the card. Trust yourself right now, Sania. Queen. Queen. Our cat likes to lay on top of shit. It's weird. If there is something there, our cat will lay on it. It's wild. If you guys want yes or no questions, you can subscribe up above. And Kristen, for the commitment, I would recommend a love boat reading for your situation.
And I do have a pretty good yes for therapy helping.
Yes, Dazzler.
Got 3 in a row.
Yes. I've got Christy. I've got honesty. It's time to be real about what it is that you want. I feel like this is be real to yourself more than anything. Allow yourself to want the things you want. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, and I have self. So make sure you're walking within yourself. Make sure you are doing what you want to do and not what anybody else tells you to do or what you think anybody wants you to do. Fuck all that bullshit. Shine your light. Do it bright. You got this.
Danielle, I got acceptance. About accepting yourself. Loving yourself.
Do it.
Embracing everything that you bring to the table. And make sure you're doing it in the best way possible. Holding yourself to, a moral standard. Handling yourself with integrity, which I feel like you totally do.
And I will pull a rune for you, Sally, after I finish this one here. I have defense. So with that, I think a lot of it is like, maybe you have your walls up and you shouldn't. I think maybe that's part of the acceptance aspect of it, is it's like you're protecting yourself from things that are going to happen nonetheless. So you're almost better off, like, instead of wasting your time trying to fight it off, just kind of like letting go and just see where it heads.
Amen. That's exactly right.
Let's throw a bone at Sally real quick.
Sally in the bone. Aw, Sania said happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. It was a couple days ago. I appreciate it. Sally, I see defense. Or not defense, sorry, protection. They're kind of the same thing, but they're also kind of not. Defense is a lot more like putting your walls up. Protection is more about kind of like walking in your power, but the symbol that they use for it is like the elk. Like the elk has big antlers. And a lot of people think that those antlers are just for fighting, but they're not. The antlers also help clear the way when they're running. So they help like as an elk's moving their way through the woods, their antlers are pushing all the branches and stuff back away from their body so they're not getting tore up. So it's kind of like that. Like, make sure as you're moving forward, which you should, don't slow down. Just make sure you got your antlers on. Like, it sounds silly to say it that way, but kind of. Like, make sure they're out there and they're kind of protecting you from a lot of that extra bullshit that normally could hurt you. Patricia. For Patricia, I see harvest. So that's always good. One thing that's kind of ringing true on this, and I haven't said it in a while, but one thing about the harvest is good things are coming and stuff, but you can't force it. You can't go out there and pull the corn up out of the ground and make it taller. Like, you can't do that. So this is one of those things where, like, you have a lot of things coming and a lot of things are in the works, but you can't force it. You can't push it. Sometimes if you push it too hard, you push it right off a cliff.
Oh, yay, Danielle.
What
Yes.
else since I got to say that?
I also got strategy for you. It's time to come up with a plan, more structure, more energy, more passion. Anyways, more structure. I feel like all these things are going to be coming in. They want to make sure you know what the fuck you're going to be doing with them.
Boom.
So make sure you got a plan. You're welcome. Will tea with Denise go well today? Why do I feel like you're going to be annoyed with it?
I mean,
Who's Denise?
I think overall it's going to go well, but you still might not think it was great.
You're going to personally be annoyed with something. I already felt it when you were
that's
flowing
kinda-
that energy.
That's why I was like, I got to flip it again.
I
And
feel
then
like,
again.
yeah, I feel like the tea is going to be fine. It's just like she's going to tell you stuff you don't want to hear necessarily, I think.
Right, something's going to...
And later.
You're not going to necessarily like the outcome, but technically the conversation is going to go well.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't even say you won't like the outcome. That's not fair. I think you might not necessarily mind the outcome, but like I said, I think there's just going to be little aspects of it.
There it is. She's friends with Harrison. I feel like what's going to happen is you're going to get information about Harrison that you're not going to like hearing.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to do anything wrong. I think you're going to enjoy the time that you spend with her personally. I feel like it's just going to weigh on your mind in some regards to the information that you're going to hear about Harrison. Because I feel... it's just going to stress you out. It's going to stress you the fuck out. Hey, friends.
And I think one thing to keep in mind is be mindful what you say right now.
Yes.
To his friend.
Yes.
You know,
Be very mindful of what you're going to say.
so like if you're pissed off or... Should I not meet? No, I think you should meet up with her.
I think you
it'll
should.
bring you a lot of clarity.
Yeah.
Plus, also, I mean, it could be an old bridge. You know, like you don't need to lose friends over this shit.
And I think it's a test for you.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to go. I think you're supposed to hear this information, and I think you're supposed to overcome it. I think you're supposed to not let what's happening in Harrison's life affect yours.
Start close. I got nosies. Nose on going well. I think it might be a frustrating trip. Where are you going?
I feel like you're gonna be frustrated because you're pulled out of your comfort zone a lot. I feel like
we're
that's
gonna
it.
Actually catch her in the bushes.
Like,
She's gonna have to deal with me.
People are gonna make you do stuff, and you're gonna be like, "Bitch, I don't want to do it," and the universe is gonna be like, "I don't give a fuck, you're doing it."
Oh, Myrtle Beach. Yeah, there's a lot of I don't want to do it, but you're gonna.
Yeah, I think that you're just gonna be put in a lot of situations that are maybe a little out of your comfort zone, but you should be. This is 100% essential.
Someone's gonna hand you a beer bong full of margarita. You hit that shit.
You hit that shit.
You go.
Brooke,
Maybe not the third one they hand you, because then you'll get sick.
I feel like you're in a rebirth, Brooke. I feel like you've got all the clarity that you need through this rebirth, and they're just saying, just stay focused and on task. This is what you asked for. This evolution is what you asked for.
That's the growth, yo.
Growing.
It's kind of like all of your efforts are doing what they're supposed to be doing right now, and you are growing. That's
Cha.
pretty much what I see.
For sure.
Yep, you're doing what you need to do. So even if it sucks, keep doing it.
Keep on keeping on.
Life's a garden, dig it.
Billy, what are we doing? Just a general on you, babe?
Are you going with the drinker and you don't drink, huh? Well, that might not be too bad then. You might experience things that might throw you then. You might not exactly partake, but...
Are we just doing a general, Billy? Like spirit guided Jenny? So if you want, so the general is just, it's like a bigger fruit salad. You don't really get to aim it many places. It's like a fruit bowl. But, and you can kind of aim it. If you want to know, like, about your career, you can do that. But now when it involves other people, we're looking at different readings. We've got our regular relationship, which talks about your strengths, your weaknesses, and all that good stuff. We've got our relationship jazz that talks more about, like, where you're at and where you're going for your timeline between the two of you. We've got the affair one, and we've got the love boat one, which talks about your feelings right now about the relationship and your intentions long term for the relationship. Short term outcomes, long term outcomes. That's a love boat. The love canoodle talks more specifically about the other person rather than the overall relationship. So, general is just spirit guided. It's not going to talk about your relationship, really. Are you sure that's what you want to do? Just do the general. Okay. Okay, what's going on in and around Billy's world? What does she need to hear right now? What is going on? What does she need guidance with? What's going on in and around Billy's world? What does she need to hear? What does she need to know? I've got the Emperor in reverse. I feel, well, you've already said about him, you felt like he was off. And I feel like something is off with him. That's your freebie for the relationship. Okay, so now for your life. Overall energy. I feel like there's a new passionate, inspiring path forward, and you've stepped into your power and you've taken it. And I feel like everything that's happening right now is encouraging that. For you to step into your power and for you to authentically and truly be who it is that you are. Your goal right now is you're lacking a sense of stability and security. I know you're in a relationship, so generally with the masculine, their role is to provide you with a sense of safety, and you do not feel safe right now. Your weakness is you are looking at your past rather than currently looking at your present. You are hyperfixating on things that have happened before, worried about old patterns repeating, yada yada. And this is what's keeping you held back. Your strength is movement. I feel like you're also not saying how you really feel. Oh, thank you. I feel like you're not really saying how you truly feel either, which is keeping you blocked, keeping you uninspired, keeping you from your true potential and power. Your guides want you to know you are off course right now. You're not, your life isn't, you are. You're looking at your life wrong. You're hyper-fixating on worst case scenarios rather than best case. You're working on problems rather than solutions, you know. Your timing right now is you're investing your energy appropriately across the board. I've also got, you've got a sense of stability and security, and I feel like you're going to find a way to be more empathetic to this situation, to be more understanding. Your overall approach is you feel like everything's going against you, and your end outcome is you're going to be much more confident. I feel like right now we're a little bit in the pity party, as is everyone, because every fucking planet and their brother is gone into retrograde right now, which is making us look inside of ourselves and thinking everything is fucking wrong. Yeah. It is pulling on our every insecurity right now, and I feel like that's exactly what's happening to you in your life right now. Even outside of the relationship, I don't know what's going on specifically, and I'm not going to speak to that because I don't know what he's doing, and the Emperor did come up in reverse, but I do know, despite what he is doing, you are keeping yourself from your power by playing into these low vibrational problem energies. They're saying step into your confidence, step into your power, stop letting this hold you back, and remember who the fuck it is that you are. It's time to get busy. It's time to create movement and progress in your life right now. Your advice for the situation... It has nothing, you have been patient. It has nothing to do with patience. It has to do with you developing your life. You don't have to wait for anyone or anything right now. Yep. You're the one that's in charge, nobody else, you know? You don't need to be patient. I know you were being patient with him, but now for life, your own personal life, you don't need to be patient for shit. Go run off and run for the president if you want to. You don't need anyone to tell you that's okay in order for you to go do it. You just go do it. And I feel like that's kind of what this reading is mostly about. Stop letting your insecurities and your fears hold you back from speaking your truth and living your truth, and just go do it. Just go do it. Your advice is clean out this old energy from your past. Stop being so fucking private, because this is a partnership after all, so we want to live it together, not separately. And trust. Trust that he can handle that. Trust that he can handle you. Trust that you can speak freely about your emotions and your feelings on the situation without pushing your agenda, but just being real about what's going on with you, and live your life to your fullest extent, you know? I always think the worst. I know it's a problem we all fucking got. What do you got, babe?
What I see is, I see initiation and harvest first. And with that, like, your constant movement, like, you're always ready to go is what pays off. Like, your future, in a sense, is set in that aspect. Like, whatever you're doing, like, your ambitions and everything are good. So keep that up. Mm-hmm. But what I do see outside of that, though, is I see signals in reverse, and then I also see opening, but that's in reverse. So that's a pretty blatant thing. Like, it's like you're seeing the signs, but you are just like, oh, thanks. So it's almost like you know what is causing your problem, but you're not willing to change it.
And it's funny because you asked about the cheating, and I this isn't a relationship read, so again, I don't know exactly, but the little hints I did see, I saw the King and Queen of Pentacles together on your reading, and the King was in reverse, and the Emperor came out before your reading in reverse. So I would guess that something that you're assuming in your relationship maybe isn't that wrong, and maybe you need to speak your truth, or maybe you are wrong and you need to speak your truth and ask questions so you can get the answers and get the closure and clarity that you need on the situation. Either way, something is going on in your relationship and you're ignoring it.
No, because sitting on simmer doesn't do anything but cook.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Cooking it.
It might not be boiling, but at the end of the day, though, like, the seasonings are all setting in, and all of those ideas, all of those thoughts, all those insecurities are all going to marinate, and it's going to slow cook into something that you don't want. So, like, it's something that you need to confront at some aspect or another. But
Yeah.
like I said, what I saw at the end, so, like, it's something that you need to confront at some aspect or another. But
Yeah.
like I said, what I saw at the end is what I saw especially was signals in reverse, and that one is usually like that kind of. I don't want to say it annoys me, but it makes me want to focus there because that means a lot of people are looking at the signs. They're right there. What you need to know is right there. And then with the closed opening rune after that, basically, like with the opening rune being in reverse, not only like are you seeing the signals, like you're not just ignoring them, like you're rejecting.
Why do you think he's cheating on you? Why do I feel like you caught something pretty fucking blatant and you're still wondering
Right.
if there's a loophole out? Or if there was some other meaning to it, which there might be, but you gotta talk about it. Why do I feel like you have a pretty blatant clue that he's been unfaithful?
Right. I feel like something seems mildly obvious. I don't want to sound.
Yeah, especially with
we're
all
not
of his,
saying you're
like-
stupid or anything, but we
No.
think you might be like just you might not want to accept something.
Yeah, like
For what
it's
it is.
it's too hard. Like there's been
It might
times.
be one or the other. You might not want to accept that he is cheating, or you might be having a hard time accepting that he's not.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, there's been times in our relationship where if I didn't say something and we didn't talk it out, I probably would have forever thought the worst things in the world in my head. He just keeps saying he did not do it. Okay, but like
So what led you to ask?
What led you to ask that? Like, why do you believe that he's cheating? What did you see? What did you find? What did you hear? What's the proof,
Right.
Billy? Why do you believe this?
Yeah, what led you to that thought process?
Uh-huh.
If you say a dream, though,
If you say a mother effing
let me tell you,
I had a
Billy,
dream.
you're gonna be the first one who gets it from Shiloh for real.
I'm not gonna lie though, I gotta unplug my phone and you gotta speak much fucking
I will.
louder because I gotta put the
I will. I'll project
I
that.
gotta plug it in. We've been on a long time today.
We have.
I heard another one when I was talking to him on fuck no, Billy.
Where was he when
So-
you heard another woman?
So what was what was his excuse as to why there was another woman next to him? What was that? I mean, that is pretty straight fucking forward though with the science. Well, see, this is your pickle too. It's because when he does nothing wrong, he looks fucking hella guilty. But we've been over why. I just feel like he's kind of too naive when it comes to people and their intentions or whatever.
I like to talk to anybody, but the problem is when people cross lines, I don't really realize it right away.
It's not even talk.
No,
Well,
cross
yeah.
lines. It's more or less the potential to. It's only been close.
He
to
said it
pickle,
was the
but never
TV.
really
Ask
been
the
in a
coin.
pickle.
Was it the TV?
Oh, I should ask the coin. That's a good idea. It said no, yes, no. So I don't know. It's
I
hard
feel
to
like
say.
no. It's not hard to say. You asked for 3 and they're giving you a leverage
Yeah.
one way or the other. It's clear. I don't think he's being 100% honest with you. I feel like the reason why it says yes though in the middle of there is because maybe, okay, so this has happened to me in my past where somebody will tell me that like nothing's going on. They're hiding up whatever's happening. But the reality of what they're hiding up, nothing's happening. They're just afraid that you'll see it and think this thing. And so they just hide it entirely because they don't think you can handle what actually is happening. You know what I mean? Not that this is good or anything like that, but it also means he's not cheating. It just means, like, maybe his friend Sally was over, but he knows you can't handle the fact that he has a friend named Sally, and so he just lies about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's something like that.
That's kind of what I'm picking up on. Like,
don't question your mental health. You're not in the wrong.
No. You are not losing your shit. I think there's definitely a bit of a deception here, but I think the intent might not be what you think it is.
Yes.
I think it sounds dumb, but I think he probably feels like he's telling white lies.
You need to get a relationship reading. This would clear up so much more for you rather than us just guessing.
But I think he might be, in a sense, like doing what he thinks as white lies. He's just telling you incomplete truths or not the truth at all in general because he thinks he's protecting you. In a sense, from yourself, though. That's kind of what I'm picking up on. Like, I'm wondering if there's like.
But it wasn't me, Sally. As I said, it could be his friend Sally. And she's like, not me. Not me.
Sally didn't do it, you don't think?
You should get the Love Canoe reading, which talks about specifically your other partner and their feelings of the relationship right now and their overall intentions and what they want short-term and long-term from you. I feel like that is going to give you all the clarity you need in the world for the things that are burdening your mind right now, because clearly he's a little in the fence. We don't know exactly where he's at, and that's what's killing you. You don't know how he really feels. You don't know if he's serious anymore. You don't know if he's having second guesses or changing his mind or blah, 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 blah.
Did you hear, like, what was said by the TV, or did you just hear, like, an ethereal woman's voice?
An ethereal woman's voice.
I'm being honest, because if he's, like, mid-sentence with you, right? If he's answering the phone, per se, in front of his mistress, she's going to know who's on the phone. So, if he's speaking, and, like, say you heard her voice mid-sentence, and he's speaking, right? Very likely could be the TV. Like, to be honest.
If it happened right away. But if there was only one little blip where you only heard something for 1 second in your 10-minute conversation, probably not a TV.
Right, exactly.
Because it was temporary. And TVs are consistent.
Yep, but if you heard that voice, like, more than once...
Tell her we watching TV because he asked her, what do I say to her?
Oh. That's different.
You need a reading.
I would say.
You need a reading to see if he...
That changes the dynamic quite a bit.
You need a reading to see what's really going on.
I've never asked the TV what I should say.
I heard her for a while. What was he saying during the conversation? He was like, oh, it's just the TV asking if we should tell her we're watching TV?
Yeah, I feel like we need a little bit more info on this.
Ugh. Billy. No.
So I was going to say, because if you heard her for a while, like, even if she didn't know who was on the phone, she's not going to sit there and continually talk to a dude who's on the phone.
And he asked, you need to see what's going on with his intentions. You need to see if he's using you or if he's sticking around or what the fuck he's doing. Because I thought you guys were, like, living together. No, not yet. No, you're not living together yet? I thought you guys moved in together like months ago. But we were getting to. Oh, okay. You were just like working on it?
Interesting. It's complicated.
You guys have met in person, right, Billy? Right? You met this one. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I would just see where his intentions are. Because I know long-distance relationships, as I was telling some other people this morning, are under a lot of stress. Our good friend and her girlfriend just ended things because long distance got too much. And long distance is already difficult. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 9.5. But right now, it's like a 50. So it's very difficult to achieve long-distance relationships right now. We used to work together. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. I remember now.
So, but they are, like, in a sense, officially together, correct?
Yeah, they're together. Well, dang. I did, huh?
I said I can kind of see
see his hands. Well, shit.
Yeah, that one's complicated.
Yeah, the best guess that I got for you at this point is try the Love Canoe. It'll tell you his feelings and his intentions, which I think is the most important thing for you to know right now, making your decisions moving forward. Making sure you're making all the right choices for yourself. Does Spirit keep mentioning a new dude because he's around the corner? Because, like, it's when you got a new dude coming in. I love him so much. I get you, girl. That's why you gotta see what's going on.
I think you might meet someone, but it might not stick.
Oh.
I got no, yes, no. So I think, like, you might meet someone, sure, and you might get a little excited about it, but I don't know if it'll pan out.
Kate, I got
Hard to say.
gratitude. You need to be more appreciative right now of the things that you do have in your life. They're saying you have a lot of stability for yourself, so you're saying stay focused on that. He told me they're just friends. I thought he said there was nobody there.
Who did you just read a card for? Sorry, I didn't change the color.
K.
K, that's what I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure. So I have the flow in reverse for K. So with that, it seems like you're kind of fighting the natural ebb and flow of things right now. It seems like you're kind of trying to work against yourself, not on purpose. I don't want to say trying to work against yourself, but I think you're working against yourself. I see like you're working hard at something, but it's in the wrong area.
Thanks for the follow, Melissa. Sandra, I got more energy, more passion. I feel like you've got a lot of energy right now, and it's been flowing in, and they're saying just make sure you're utilizing that to its full potential. Make sure you're giving it everything it's worth, and you know, not wasting that energy.
I agree. I have wholeness in reverse, so I think you're not exactly giving your whole self to yourself. So thus you are not whole. See? What I did there? Makes sense.
See what I did there? Mel, I got security. You're much more stable and secure than you think right now, and now is a good time to take chances.
I see a time for change, disruption. It's on the docket. You gotta shake some shit up.
If you guys want yes or no questions, you can subscribe up above. If you want full in-depth personal readings for like relationships or what have you, the list is open and available. And if you would like a free card, comment your name. Kelly.
Whitney wants a room.
Kelly quick and then you can pull
Kelly
Whitney's room.
first. Okay.
Kelly, you need to have more faith in yourself. You have built kind of a perfect specimen of a human being within yourself. And they're saying, have faith in what you've created here. It is worth showing the world, letting it out.
I see the warrior. Time to suit up.
Suit up.
It's going down.
In the club.
Yup. No, but I think a lot of that is just you got your armor on, you have your sword ready, everything's polished. Like, go.
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 Get it.
It's time to go.
Loud.
It's time to go.
Go. Whitney, no. For the rune.
Separation in reverse. You're letting go of a lot of, like, you've let go a lot of your old shit, and it's good for you. I'm not sure what you let go of. Maybe it's old thinking, maybe it's old connections, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what you let go of, but you did. And good job. Something was holding you back, and you cut it off.
Good job. And Sally, yeah, I think he misses you.
I'd say probably.
There's some conflict up in there.
Yeah, he definitely does. I'm only going to flip it once because it landed so sure.
Lynn. Hey, go me. Go you with. Oh, Lynn, I pulled the same card again. Faith. Suiting up. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in what you've built up. Have faith in what you've healed within yourself. And have faith that you are capable of great change and great impact in your world.
And I have the harvest room, so what that is, your work is going to pay off. You might not feel like it right now, but that's that faith part. Like, you can't push this. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things in life where, you know, you don't get that instant gratification.
Oh, not instantly, at least. Boom. Boom. I gotta pee so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's 12:20. Holy crap. It's 12:20, you guys. Does anybody else need us before I get out of here? I'm gonna run to the restroom, but I was like, we've been on forever. We could probably just end.
We are too skedaddle.
Hell, been waiting 40 years. What's a couple more? Hey.
There you go.
Charita, let's get you a card quick.
Where's the Sharita?
Go away. We love you. Ha ha ha. Sharita. Courage. Courage. I do not pronounce it right. It was be brave. I feel like, honestly, right now, I feel like you're coming into a lot of opportunity that you're not going to want to miss out on. However, there's one requirement, and that is that you be courageous and brave and face whatever this is.
I have the defense rune. So I think that's really it. Don't be afraid to stand up. Like, you know, whether or not it's to somebody that you feel might be an oppressive energy around you, or if you feel like there's something that you really fucking want, like, stand up, get it. Be brave, like,
Stand up.
yep. You are safe. You are defended right now.
All right, Austin, you get a card, and then we're going because I really have to pee. Austin, release. We are holding on to something in our life right now that is holding us back. Probably a goal outside of ourselves. Probably somebody with the name Sierra. I'm not, pointing out any fingers or anything, but it's funny too because I always try to talk to everybody in my collective about like when you really want something, it's hard to fathom letting it go because you think you're gonna lose it forever, right? But the reality is when we hold on to things like that, we smother them and unintentionally kill the energy between it. So the reality is you have to let go in order to have something. And it feels very counterintuitive, but it's not. It's just the reality. The more you focus on you and your life moving forward, the more you'll get what you want. Things like Sierra. But in order to have that, you have to let go of it and you have to focus on you. Ella, you're right. I went bungee jumping yesterday and I just kind of let things go and she started reaching. Huh?
That's kind of what I got here. I have the Odin room. I mean, it's a blank one. That means I got no answers for it. No, that's not true. It kind of means like the universe is working for you, man. It's working around you. It is doing its thing. Like it is your job to do shit like go bungee jumping. Like live your life. The universe is gonna.
We're writing the history as it happens, like right here, right now.
And like you said, as soon as you went bungee jumping, you kind of let go of a lot of inhibitions and stuff. Boom, she hits you up. So I think that's really the universe trying to confirm that for you. Like, enjoy your existence because that's magnetic, man. That energy, especially if you're posting stuff about bungee jumping or something like that, like, of course, dope flex, bro. Hard not to get a chick's attention when you're out there bungee jumping. But at the same time, she's going to see someone who's not afraid to live life, who wants that experience, and that's magnetic, bro. So whatever you're doing, keep it up, man.
Sorry.
Like I said, definitely go with the flow. Let the universe do its job while you live your life.
And she initiated the first. I just kind of brushed it off, and then she said she was in her head about. I'm just really glad that this is moving in such a better direction today. And she said she needed to take a step back right now, and I said that's fine. You do you. Perfect.
Yep, that confidence, and then like I said, man, like
and respecting
bungee jump
her
again,
boundaries,
or go hang gliding, do something. And like I said, post it. Like it sounds silly. Because I'm usually not one to tell anyone to flex. That's usually not what I'm saying. And that's not even what I mean about the posting. But
show her you're living your life.
Right. I think if she sees that you are out there doing what you want to do for yourself, like I said, that shit is magnetic, dude.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to want to be a part of that very quickly.
Oh, yeah. My video's on TikTok. I'm going to go check it out. Her Majesty. Thank you for the follow. I know. Tony Baloney, you know I can't leave. I need to give you a card.
Yeah, baloney, you didn't even ask. What a bunch of baloney.
What a bunch of baloney. Loyalty.
Oh, shit.
Loyalty. Be loyal to you and your dreams and your expectations and nobody else. That's not true. I mean, you can be loyal to other people. But I mean, not above your loyalty to yourself, okay? This is just back to simple. Make sure you're making you the priority of your story. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. We've been kind of busy. Honestly, we looked a lot busier because we were like dragging our feet, talking through a lot of our readings.
Very slow.
We're very slow today, yeah.
Yep. And Austin, I think that's just what you need to do. Like, it sounds silly, like, focus on your son. The rest will fall in place behind you, man.
Yes.
That's what you should be doing, I think. And then Bologna,
and I'm getting the house.
I have possessions in reverse. Someone's still stealing your shit?
No. She's afraid of losing things.
Totally belonging.
I know. She's liking her life and how it's lining up, and she's afraid of losing it.
Don't be scared. Be brave. It's
Austin,
fun.
thanks for the heartbeat.
It's more fun when you're brave.
Did you see what Austin said, by the way? When they finished doing this stuff with their kids, they got approved from their loan officer for their house.
Perfect.
It was like an instant.
Like, yeah, your focus, I think, and this is coming from a dad, man. Like,
Tony goes, facts. I just told Jeremy that yesterday.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, coming from another dad, dude, irregardless, I understand, being a lonely dad, too, mind you. I made a lot of weird, chintzy decisions and stuff right after my divorce, man. So, like, I get it.
You were on 15 years of lock the fuck down, though.
I'm just saying, irregardless, irregardless, as a dad, whenever you lose focus, everything else falls apart. It sounds silly, but every time I've ever directed my focus off of my children, and it's not like a dependence or a codependent thing. It's just that's my job. That's where I should be focused. So like my marriage went on probably 12 years longer than it needed to. Because I wasn't paying attention to my kids. I wanted to like fix her. I wanted her to change. I was willing to wait for it. But then in those years, my kids missed out on a lot, in a sense. And they saw a lot of shit because I wasn't focused on them and their benefit. I was more worried about saving my relationship. And it's, But as soon as I redirected my focus to my kids again, and especially because I was a single dad for a while, as soon as they were my only focus at this point, boom, everything started falling into place. I meet an awesome lady, and now we live in Winona. Like, I moved out of state shortly thereafter. Like, as soon as
paradise.
Right. As soon as I really redirected my focus, like, I want my kids to have a good life. Suddenly now I have the means to do that. They have someone who they regard, and like I said, it's not a replacement mother, but there is definitely somebody in that position.
Mom.
But there's definitely someone in that position, though. They're not in lack. They're not being raised by a single dad who doesn't know how to handle teenage shit. Especially.
I got you. I barely know how to deal with it, though.
Right,
Fuck!
Right, but
Teenagers
I'm saying,
are crazy.
a lot of those things are just better off in your department. Because I say stupid shit like, hey, maybe your emotions are because of your period.
He also has 3 girls. And so, like,
All
single
girls.
dad with 3 girls, like, there's going to be some, areas that he's going to have a hard time hitting just because he, as a man, never experienced how to be a girl, And so you can only observe and witness so much. It's hard to know that inner energy.
And that's a big thing too, is that building up that self-value now. When it comes to, one thing that I think made it super easy for me in a sense to walk away from my girls, outside of the fact that their mom was basically derailing her life, I'm from Wisconsin. Being in Wisconsin, there's been tons of times where my mom got custody of me for no reason. No reason. Shouldn't have. But she just did because it was a mother's state. But I think one thing that they noticed when I was going to court for my daughters and stuff is they noticed the confidence, bro. They noticed that I didn't feel scared of taking this on. They noticed that I was doing what I needed to do for my kids. And I think that spoke volumes for me, And mind you, like I said, the school noticed it too, because the school saw, like, even though I was basically divorced and homeless, the kids were getting to school on time, they were doing well in school, they were clean, they were fed, they were happy. All this, even given the fact that, like, everybody around us kind of knew what was going on. Like, they knew, like, in a sense, a lot of guys in my position would have just fallen to shit, but I didn't. So, it sounds silly, but, like, the courts do notice things like that. Like, if they notice that your record isn't increasing. So, I don't know. But yeah, tapping into that masculine energy is important as well. It's that confidence, bro. That's really what it is, though. People listen to somebody when their head is held high. If you're sitting there, this is why Ashley picks on me all the time. If you're sitting there with your head down, nobody's going to hear you. So if you're not stepping into your energy and using your power, you're not going to get anywhere. And especially because you have a son, dude. He needs to see that example. He needs to see a dad that's willing to, like, blood, sweat, and tears, bro. The system is flawed. That is a fact. Like, I watched my dad. My dad lost my younger brother and sister for most of my childhood. Like, it's really weird. And we kind of grew up very distant because of it. So, like, I know what you're saying there with the system being jacked. It's traumatizing.
Pardon. Wow, I went through something similar with my 2 daughters. Oh, the system is fucking traumatizing. Yeah.
Your kids basically got stolen, like, by the government.
Luckily, we have an agreement. We're not going through court and stuff, but I just have to stick to my word. Yeah, me and my kids' dads, we don't deal, because like I said, I'm traumatized. But anyways, we don't deal with the government. Now, we decided to procreate and have children together. We can fucking parent together without them garnishing a percentage of the child support and charging us $18 million for legal fees. Between your lawyers and the courts. So, we do everything outside of court, and it works very well for us. Although, I'm a very agreeable person, and clearly I know how to communicate well. So, I'm not going back to society's standards of whatever the fuck. They can eat it. Not to mention, though, I do understand why some parents need to do that. I just want to say that. I do understand fully, well, like for him, it's very important that he went to court. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it definitely is important. Ooh, took your daughter. I'm so sorry, Bree. I like your dream catcher. Oh, my, thank you. Exactly. We agreed to no child support, and she wants the papers filed for peace of mind.
That's respectable, man. And
But
not to sound too harsh, like, if you have a tendency, and like you said even before, you got to stick to your word. So, like, not to sound like a jerk, man, but if you got a tendency to fold, bro, you sign that paperwork. If you want to see your kid, you do what you got to do, man. You make a promise, you put it on paper, and you sign it. So if you break that promise, you go to fucking jail, man. Not necessarily jail, but, you know, there are repercussions. And if that's what she needs to see as, like, a good sign of faith, do it. I think it's pretty simple. Just, especially if you guys are on good terms and you already have an agreement in place, why not make it legal? You know, now, mind you, she hits you with a curveball, establish boundaries and shit like that, but I don't think that would be the case. It sounds like she's really just trying to make sure that this is what you guys have to do. You know, and that's respectable. Because I would put my ex-wife in a very similar position, just given her past. And like, sounds silly, but it's like I would not let my kids sleep over there because I might not get them back, at least not easily. Probably turn into a nightmare.
And who knows what the fuck would happen while they're gone.
Right, but I would feel a little bit more confident in a sense in the future if we had like a custody agreement to where like, yeah, she tries to make it weird for me to get my kids back, she's fucked.
If she were to ever get into any kind of condition and be back, she is a situation where we would for sure have a custody agreement.
And I'm the type to avoid court at all costs. I don't like judges and they don't like me. But at the end of the day, something like this,
it's just necessary.
You have to.
You have to make sure that you're protected. Her mother is more the problem than she is.
That's worse too.
Fucking in-laws, man. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds horrible.
Because the mother's after the grandchild, she's not.
This is gonna sound really fucking awful, but when we started dating and I found out both of his parents had passed away, I cannot tell you the level of stress that left my shoulders. I was just like,
oh. It is easier though.
Because parents are the worst sometimes. Andy's family, big problem.
Yeah.
Like everybody's family has always been like some sort of issue, and it's not that they have a problem with me. It's like I have a problem with them and the way that they're like operating and the way they deal with their children and the way they try to control my life and whatever. It's not that we don't get along. I get along with fucking everybody, but like, no. And like, I was weirdly grateful.
I was weirdly answering Tony too, though, because Baloney said she sees me because I flipped the coin for her, so I was kind of doing both while you were doing.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
But yeah, no, Tony, you don't need a cleanse. You're good. But also, she's definitely
that's
right.
90% of the problems. Yeah.
It's parents are jacked up, man. My dad was a big reason why my marriage went to shit in the long run.
If you're gonna do any spell, Austin, do the spell to bind that mother-in-law the fuck out of your life, to let her energy not be a part of your relationship or your kid.
Spell for the strikes to say fuck it and rise above it. Because like I said, that's even another thing. Because if she's fucking crazy possessive, the courts will notice that. Because her requests will become irrational. She'll become sporadic. It'll probably be filing in and out of court constantly. And the court eventually is going to look at your baby mama per se and be like, yo, who is talking to you?
But that's because your baby mama was super irrational. I don't think this baby mama is. I think she has... I don't think she's making good choices, but I think she's doing it in a rational manner. I don't think any court is going to like be like, oh, your mother is participating too much. I don't think that's going to happen. That's why I recommend that spell. Is because when you deal, like, this is like Tammy when she was coming around stirring the pot for the girls and shit. I had to do a binding spell because it was damaging them. You know what I mean? Like, so if this mother is creating damage to your life, she needs to be out of it. And it's not like it's like Tammy can still be a part of it, obviously.
Oh, right.
But she can't be in it in an unhealthy way.
Exactly.
Hence why she was gonna
guarded against her intentions.
She was gonna schedule 2 meetups with her daughter, right? And we thought everything was good in the hood. And all of a sudden she bailed from the first one, ghosted for the second, and then comes back and explains that she's too ashamed to meet up with her. Spell much? And it's because I put a spell saying she cannot be here unless she's good intended. And so every time she tried,
something got in the way.
Either she got in her own way, and now she's in jail. And so, like, my point is like, sometimes people are not meant to have an impact on you, yet they try to. And this is where I like to energetically get involved and say, no, the fuck you cannot. You know? And it doesn't work well to fight them or set boundaries with them, because a lot of times these people zero respect for those things. So,
because they don't respect their own boundaries.
Did the spell Tony Berry finalize? Oh, I'm so excited for you. Proposing to your boyfriend next month. That's so exciting. Congrats.
Yeah, I think as long as you don't feed any more energy, you need to believe it. You need to believe it's over for it to be over, in a sense. Or else you're just going to remanifest that energy.
Mm-hmm. You won't want that.
Austin, we're rooting for you, big dog.
We are.
I take a lot of that shit to heart, like having a whole family. Like, as silly as it sounds, because mine is so out. My ex is so out. In the long run, in a perfect world, I still want her to be fully involved in my children's lives. Like, I want her to be at their weddings. I want it to be civil enough to where I can, like, look at her from across the room and just nod. You know? And, like, just have it be, that's it, you know?
Especially when you see how functional me and my exes are. Exactly. I bet that, like, makes it harder.
It's so encouraging. Well, no, it's not. It doesn't make it harder.
I mean, like, hard that, like, she can't get it together like
part
that.
of the problem is I know who Tammy is. And the problem is Tammy can't maintain a relationship with anyone. It's not even just me. It's friendships. It's families.
Yeah.
She severs any tie that makes her, in a sense, responsible to anyone or for anyone. So it's a little bit easier, in a sense, to, like, for me to accept that it might not happen. It might never happen. You know, and if that's the case, then so be it. But that's why, you know, we're lucky to have you. Because we're very special.
But yeah, it is ideal to get along. Makes it a lot nicer.
I'm always on pretty much at night, Austin.
9 times, yeah.
Yep.
9 p.m.
9 Central, yep. So if you're ever looking for some, you know, guy-to-guy advice, that's usually when I'm here. Today's an anomaly because I hurt myself. So I stayed home instead of worked.
When I think about you, I hurt myself.
My birthday was actually really awesome. Like, the day of it was kind of funny because I knew something was up.
Kind of.
I did.
You knew something was up from the past, and so I had made something be up because I didn't want to disappoint you because you were so convinced that we were surprising you.
No, I wasn't. I was just fucking with you.
No, so in the car,
that's exactly what I was
we were
going to
surprise them with a puppy, but our landlord was being a dick and wouldn't let it happen, even though I am an excellent pet mom. Anyways, so she wouldn't lead away. So we were secretive for like a day or two over this. But then it didn't go. And so we were like, this is what we were trying to do, you know, blah, 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 sorry, whatever. And so then it was getting closer to his birthday, and he was like, I know you're up to something. Lily's coming, or you're up to something. You're a monkey. And we weren't. We were up to nothing. A package had showed up for you, which was the gift, the runes. Yeah. And she asked if she could wrap it because it was opened a little bit, which it probably wasn't, but whatever. And I was like, for sure, you can wrap it, you know. But she tried to get a hold of just me because she didn't want him to know what she was doing.
That's what's
and
funny,
so then you thought I was surprising you with like your friends and stuff, and I was like, fuck.
Well, no,
I was like, this is gonna be so disappointing.
I was just fishing because you can't lie to me, so I was just asking direct questions.
Well, I was worried about disappointing him, so then I was like, well, your birthday is on Thursday, and if your surprise happened then, that wouldn't be much of a surprise because it's like your birthday. And he was like, huh, good point. And I was like, yeah. And then I like quick called everybody, and I was like, can you guys make it here on Saturday?
Babe.
And Bob was already here, so that was fine. And then Lily came, and then George came, and then we had a big hangout on Saturday.
I didn't mean to add any unnecessary.
You didn't. You are the best person in the entire fucking world, and you deserve to be surprised.
Very sweet, thank you.
And I felt bad because I was the one that made you feel like you were going to be surprised because you were going to be originally.
Super cool because I got to hang out with 2 of my best friends, my sister and her husband, and my nephew, and
we had a good
my
time.
friend Lily brought her kids over, which was awesome. It was awesome. It was really good.
That's why we took off Sunday. We were tapped out though. It was a lot. People are crazy.
Yeah, we literally had the last person leave our house on Sunday, but we came back home Tuesday? Last week?
Wednesday. So we left Monday morning, and then we came back Wednesday night, and then Bob followed us, so it's like it continued. So we had all my family, and then our friend Bob followed us home, and then we hung out with him, and then Thursday was Shiloh's birthday, so we did like a little birthday day, and then Friday,
that was fire.
Friday we worked, but we were still hanging out with people on Friday too, and then Saturday morning, the rest of the gang showed up, and then so it was like a week long of people, and we have like 6 kids, so we don't like do a lot outside of the house just because, well, we have a lot of kids, and so it takes time.
Extremely social.
And so it was like very social, which was great. We had a great time, but then we were like, oh.
Our house was destroyed.
Our house was destroyed. So we were tuckered.
Yeah.
But that's why we took off yesterday. I may have missed it, but did you say what kind of spells you do? I'm just curious. Oh yeah, all sorts. I home them into your life. So like, if you're feeling like insecure, you can do a spell that works on your self-esteem and your emotional security. If you're needing to protect yourself against anything specific or non-specific, just in general, there's like protection spells. There's love and relationship stuff, so we could do like a love spell to bring more love into your life. Or if you're looking to be, up in the passion level, we can do that. Like I have one girl that comes in here once a month and she gets the same spell every time. It's to like boost the intimacy in their relationship, and she swears by it. And so she comes every month and gets one of those. But there's also like reconciliation stuff to heighten communication, stuff for abundance. Really, I do spell work all the time for an onslaught of different issues. It just depends on what your need is. Earlier you told me he has a death surrounding being. He just told me someone from college passed away. I'm genuinely in shock. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of death going around right now with your guys' energy. But I'm glad it was more of a distant thing than like a super up close and like, mess with your life kind of thing. Lady D, what's up, girl? That is wild though, that happened so quickly like that. That was very, very fast turnaround. Alright guys. No, yeah, you were right. It was distant. You were literally spot on. Oh god. I'm glad that affirmed a little more of the reading probably for you. Helped you feel more on it. There's a lot of people that will perish before the end of the year. Dude, I know. There's a lot of death going around. I feel that. I don't love that, but I guess it's that time, It's the time where things are starting to die off. It's, fall's coming. Weirdly, there's a parallel. The Matrix is facts. Weirdly, there's always these parallels, though. You'll see heightened times of death, heightened times of marriage, heightened times of birth. These all correlate. There's a reason why, collectively, these things are happening more often. Same here in the Philippines. No, yeah, everyone is passing. It's so weird. There has been a lot of car accidents. Also, yes, literally just warned a friend of a car accident the other day, and then a fucking car malfunctioned in the middle of the highway. Yeah, there's been so.
There was like a car like torn in half.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some wild ones.
Is there an astrological reason?
I think it's just the summer. A lot more people traveling.
Yeah.
It's a mix.
I think it's because like. So astrologically, I feel like a lot of people are inward right now, which creates for a lot of accidents and people not being present or in the moment because you're reflecting, constantly thinking about everything else. So I feel like this heightens accidents, So like everybody, think of somebody in construction handling a jackhammer, getting distracted in their thought process and slipping and fucking it, going wild and rogue and knocking out the person next to him and then killing them. Like there's a lot of confirmation. There's a lot of distraction right now that is creating accidents.
I think it's a mix too, because like we've noticed it. Like traffic has become far more aggressive.
Oh my god, aggressive and crazy.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of part of it too. Is everybody is the most important person on the road, so they're gonna get where they're going faster than everybody else is gonna get where they're going.
Iris, are you still in here?
Sorry about my weird stretches, guys.
Iris, are you still in here? I had to mess with you.
That was a good one.
Some aren't going to make it to the gate, and this is how it's all meant to go down.
Exactly.
It's why I'm so terrified to drive again, to be honest. You'll be fine as long as you're like in control of yourself.
Yeah, it's fun as long as you're watching.
We owe Iris a mini when she comes back, like tonight or something.
Iris, where have you gone?
She just, her auto-subscribe went through. Everyone is crazy on their own facts. But as long as you're staying true to you and you're being real with your direction and stuff, you'll be safe. Just had a high school b-ball coach just got killed in run light.
That is a weird thing I've been seeing a lot more, and I blame that 1,000,000% on phones.
Distraction, what I tell you.
Yep.
People are too distracted right now.
Most of the reason people miss red lights is because they're fucking around with their phone.
Yeah. Or fucking around in deep thought. How many times have you been driving and all of a sudden you end up at your destination and you can't really remember how the fuck you got there? You're like, did I just make 13 turns to my house and
Right, and
get
stop
here
who knows
without
how many times, or did I just blow
get here
every
without
stop
dying? How am I here? How am I here right now? I don't recollect any of my journey home. The guy was going 70. Ew. There was a motorcycle accident this morning. Ew. Ew, brother. Ew. But yeah, I just feel like we're not always as present as we think we are. And I feel like this creates a lot of that issue. Especially now with all these retrograding planets and stuff. We're all going in, you know? Just be careful, everyone. That's right.
Nope, I'm gonna drive fast and loose.
I know you do sometimes, and you gotta cut it out. Because our expensive car doesn't need that kind of wear and tear. We gotta get you a beater. Then you can go like a NASCAR driver, okay? Okay.
31 miles though.
We'll get you all the miles done. Alright, guys. I love you so much. We have to go get ready for a meet the fucking teacher shit. Because school's back in sesh.
Yo.
For half of our littles. The other half go back in like 2 weeks.
No
but
Civic. I kill every Honda I touch. They cannot handle me. I need something with horsepower and torque.
But yeah, the confirmation was crazy. Thank you again for the reading. You're welcome. Did you hear when Lauren came back in? I think you were out of the room still. Lauren came back in the room and goes, so crazy thing. We did the gypsy relationship one that had death on it for her side and his. But I said with his, I thought it was going to be somebody distant or something. And he just texted her like right after the reading saying, oh, my friend from college just passed away. And she was like, I'm shooketh.
Have a nicely day. I don't know what that means.
You have a
I'm just
nicely
kidding. Yeah,
day,
you.
Zazzler.
Yeah. Who do you think you are?
Have the best day ever, bruh.
Have a bestly day.
I love you all so much. I will talk to you guys all
This is
soon.
fun. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We should be on tonight, so we'll see you then, okay? Bye, guys.